Well, you've been. Oh no, the cameras are all wrong. Oh, it's because I'm not sharing my screen. This is an easy fix.
Oh, I guess I'm the DM now.
Yep. Welcome to the
I hate this.
special session of Tales from Hylem, our new DM, Fantasy Sword.
I hate this. I was not informed of this change.
I hope you're prepared.
Never.
I'm gonna bully
I'm
him so
expecting a
hard.
great story.
Oh, and just like that, it's fixed. You lost your opportunity.
Okay. Thank God.
It slipped away.
Flopped. You
Yep.
flopped.
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 Okay,
Yeah.
never standing on Anna.
You flopped as hard as Black Adam.
Oof.
Yeah, that's right. I said it. It wasn't that great of a movie.
It was a movie.
Yep.
Did you hear
I
that they
came out very
fired
disappointed.
Henry Cavill from Superman?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So
I don't
anyway,
know. I don't know if it was so much. Sorry. Go ahead.
no, you're good.
Was it as much? I don't know if it was much of a
We're-
fire as
we're
more
getting
if it was
our-
like
Our
just leaving him off the
pre-session
bus.
gossip. Well, no, yeah, they told him that he was going to get the role, and then they were like, actually,
Yeah, actually, we're gonna restart the DCU because Black Adam fucked it up.
actually, it was actually they told Dwayne Johnson that because he said he didn't want to do Black Adam unless Henry Cavill was doing all the Superman stuff
Yep.
that they were going
He
to do
basically
together.
bullied his.
And
bullied
they
his
were
way.
like,
Henry-
okay, fine, Henry Cavill will be there, and then they were like, psych.
Yep.
So, poor guy
Black Adam is canceled.
I just,
getting all his roles stolen.
I saw a thing where it was like that Simpsons meme of Homer coming out of the bushes and going back in, but it was
Yeah.
just Henry Cavill going back in as Geralt and then coming back out as Superman, then going back in and then coming back out as the guy from Warhammer 40K.
Yeah. It's so true though. That poor guy.
All right. Okay. Announcement wise, because we are here to play D&D, believe it or not. Announcement wise today, I don't have a whole lot. Just that we won't be going again next week. It's the day after Christmas, so everybody have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Enjoy your week off as we will as well. But then we will try to be back that next week. We're gonna have to wait and see how everybody's plans unfold. It'll be in the Discord. I'll make sure to let everybody know. But we will try to be back. I believe that's January 2nd.
January 2nd.
We will be we'll try to be back then. And then from there, the schedule should be a lot more consistent. Obviously we'll keep you up to date with any changes or anything, but yeah, so next week, gonna take a holiday break. Everybody have a happy holidays. Anything else important that I need to say before we do our skit?
Once again, congrats to Allie on the
Congrats to Allie.
charity
That was
stream.
awesome. The charity stream was congratulations. That was awesome. I'm also gonna fix my camera because it's driving me nuts.
Stop. Thank you. And also, if anyone still wants to donate to charity, go do it. Boop
Never a bad time to do that.
boop. Go check out my channel. There's a link on my profile. It goes to World Central Kitchen. It's going till tomorrow.
Yeah, it's not that her channel is the charity, where there's an actual charity.
No, there's a charity that is linked on my channel.
However, there is the Bear With Us charity, which is if you No, I'm just kidding.
Have you heard of subscribing?
All right, well, let's have a little word from our sponsor, and then we will get into tonight's session.
Before we start this ad, I just want to apologize ahead of time to Super Gibby.
Do not apologize.
We don't apologize to Gibby. Not in this chat.
Hey, Christian, what are you up to?
Oh, hey Caleb. I'm trying to find a gift for Gibby to make him feel better about his character dying in our third session.
Oh, that's really nice of you. Even though I don't think you need to specify that it was the third session.
Well, the thing is, Zorbus was such a jerk that I'm not willing to spend a lot of money on this.
Well, that's not as nice.
I've already gotten him a sorry for your loss card.
Oh, and what does that say?
It says, sorry you were too mean for me to be more upset that you died.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Look, Christian, it sounds more like you're just making fun of him than actually expressing sympathy. Why don't you try getting him something from Warm Hearth Creations?
get him something from the sponsor of our show and your channel?
Well, yeah, they make all kinds of unique handcrafted items, all inspired by Vikings. From dice to silverware to hairpins, they have something for everyone. My personal favorites are their drinking horns.
Well, that does seem like a good place to get a meaningful gift, but like I said, I don't want to spend a lot of money on this because I'm not actually that sad that the gnome died.
Well, lucky for you, you wouldn't have to. Warm Hearth Creations believes passionately in great bargains and excellent service, and are committed to giving customers the best of both. Not to mention that if you use the code BEARWITHUS at checkout, you get 15% off the already incredible prices, while also supporting the channel.
Talk about the best of both worlds. Alright, I'm gonna get him a drinking horn with a custom engraving. Rip Zorbus. You might be missed. Thanks for your help, boss.
I guess it's the thought that counts. Anyway, the rest of you can go get genuine gifts from warmhearthcreations.com and save yourselves 15% by using code BEARWITHUS at checkout. Thanks to Warm Hearth Creations for sponsoring our show, and let's dive back into the Tales of Hylem.
That was great, guys.
That's all Christian. Christian
Yep, that was all me.
wrote the whole
so
thing.
I'm sorry.
No.
Apologize.
It was amazing. I love it. I loved it. It was very good. Well done, Mr. Christian. All right.
I love you. All right.
Thanks, guys.
So with that out of the way, let's hop into tonight's session. Previously on Tales from Hylem, you can see three individuals standing, blocking off this narrow portion of the path. He's like facing back and forth, mumbling something to himself, and then he catches a firebolt to the side of the head and just...
Adun! What's he saying, Kennever?
He's saying peace.
Come with us, come to camp. We feast.
songs being sung and praises being shouted out in your guys' name.
Go to cave. Take treasure. We just want life.
I lift my mug one more time. We will return victorious.
Yeah, this dragon wormling just latches his jaws onto Zorbus and like throws him back and forth. And
Takar just reaches his hammer up into the sky, and it needs to make a dex saving throw. Literally, the bolt of lightning just goes straight through his head.
Am I still breathing?
Zorbus is not breathing.
I cast Spare the Dying on him.
Nothing appears to happen. Oh,
You say
hold
that so
on.
confidently.
I said it really confidently and then opened the session 2 recap. All right, here we go. As our adventurers began making their way back down the steep rocky incline from the shipgrave, Luna spotted some kobolds pacing back and forth up ahead in the narrower part of the valley. While the majority of the party slowed to a cautious pace, Zorbus ran ahead, blasting one of the kobolds in the head with a fire spell. Valandir tried to stop him, but was just short. Takar then lifted Zorbus from the ground, holding him from casting any more spells. The two remaining kobolds threw their hands up in a sign of surrender and approached the party. The kobolds explained that they didn't want any trouble, and in fact they wanted to offer them a feast. The kobolds then led the party back towards the kobold camp, revealing many more of them lying in wait in the rocks above. As they reached the camp, kobolds began to scurry every which way, throwing together a feast of what looked like rotten ale and raw meat. The kobolds had poor music playing and subpar food, but the mood was merry as could be. The cheer lasted until the party was... Okay, I'm sorry. The cheer lasted until the party asked what it was they were feasting for. The kobolds explained that they viewed them as gods and wanted them to kill the giant evil winged god. After a bit of discussion, it was decided that they would venture into the cave. They would venture into the cave soon and kill the beast. The next morning, the whole party, minus Zorbus, made their way back to the survivors' camp to inform everyone of what was going on. While at the camp, it was decided that it would be best to wait until the next morning to head to the cave. That night, while on watch, Takar saw a great winged beast off in the distance. Valandir missed the rodent stealing food, and Luna saw nothing but the food. After grabbing breakfast, they started out for the kobold camp to retrieve Zorbus. At the camp, they found a very shoddy altar set up to Zorbus, and were unlucky enough to bear witness to Zorbus's kobold choir. With the kobold choir giving them a send-off, the party made their way towards the cave. Feeling very bolstered by his new followers, Zorbus led the way, unable to contain his confidence. As they reached the cave, most slowed to try and enter quietly, but Zorbus marched right into the cave, singing his own praises. As the cave opened up to a large alcove, Zorbus found himself face to face with an adolescent shadow dragon. Unfazed, Zorbus casted a cone of magic at the dragon was not prepared for, dealing a great deal of damage to the beast, but it wasn't enough. The dragon struck back, mortally wounding Zorbus and leaving him unconscious. The rest of the party managed to finish off the dragon, but not before Zorbus had breathed his last. The party then went about collecting treasure, picked up their former traveling companion, and began to exit the cave.
I can't believe he's dead. It just happened so fast.
Well, I would say I'm disappointed, but I'm not.
I didn't quite care for the little guy, but I didn't want to see him die like that. In a fiery blaze?
Oh, sorry, really quick. Is Zephyr echoing for anyone else?
Yeah, your mic's on in roll 20, bud.
What?
Oh, okay. I
shit.
was like, I hear him twice.
Oh, I was
Damn
like,
it.
I don't, but that's because I have everything
Yeah, I
shut
was
off.
gonna
in
say,
there.
I don't either, but that's because I mute
I
everybody
fixed it.
else.
I fixed it, sorry.
You're
No
fine.
worries.
Wait, so did it go through the stream?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, the echo, no,
Okay.
Oh.
you're good.
Look at you, Bear. On top of it. I'm proud of you. Alright,
Okay, sorry.
scene. I didn't
Got
quite like the
threatened.
little guy, but I didn't want to see him die like that.
Death is part of life. It happens.
Well, what's next, everybody? Should we head off to the kobolds and drop off the little man?
I would-
They seem to like him a little bit.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of did promise Luna she could eat him.
Yeah.
No.
I saved his life off the boat. I get dibs.
Dagar, I know you carry the little guy around, but he's not your property to just give to Luna to
Okay.
eat.
They're just gonna bury him. I'm gonna cycle him back through nature. This is the natural best
You
process.
can't just
here.
you literally were just saying how you're going to eat him and poop him out.
Yeah.
That is not
He's
not
gonna
okay.
restore energy to me. I'm a carnivore. I eat blood, meat, and insects. What do you mean? Are you judging my diet?
You can eat whatever you want, but as long as it's not like a
He's dead. I didn't kill him.
touche. Well, I can't
I'm
sit
not gonna
by
let him
and
go
let you
to
just eat him.
waste. Well, I'm gonna eat him.
This is unacceptable.
I'll fight you over this. I will eat
Oh,
him.
I'm not a fan of fighting,
How about-
but I will
okay,
protect his
okay.
body.
How about
You better
this?
not. No.
How about we take the body back to the kobolds first,
No.
show them what... Please let me finish, darling.
Yeah, let him finish.
Show them the body, explain what happened, and then say that we're taking him away to be buried, and then you can eat him once we're out of their sight.
But it's still eating him.
Valendir, you are too connected.
What's the problem here?
Yeah,
She's
no,
already been
this-
eating kobolds. What's the
Yeah,
We should
difference?
burn
what's
him.
the difference? Just because you
We
have
didn't have
some
an
sort of-
emotional attachment to kobolds.
So just because you have an
Our
emotional
emotional attachment to
him,
this one was
this-
anger.
yeah, like how is it
It
not
sounds
okay
an
for me to be
annoyance.
nutritionally fed by another being? Just because you have a sentimental attachment to him. It sounds like I'm the neutral party here, and you're just a big sap, okay? So
Okay.
I'm gonna eat him.
Because
It'll be
And
the
you're
gonna
first
deal
and only
with it.
time he
Person.
helps
You can look
somebody.
away. How about that? If it really bothers your morality that bad, just look away.
you know what? I've had
But
enough of this
welcome to
argument.
the real world, my
I'm gonna
guy.
go- I'm gonna go and
Welcome
reach
to the real
and-
world.
I'm gonna go and reach and pick up Zorbus.
No, I
And
can
throw him
fly.
over my
They're
shoulder.
faster than you can. I
All right,
will
well,
pick him
I
up.
I think
DM, that
I
is what I'm
think-
currently doing.
I think session ended with Luna carrying Zorbus out of the
Yeah,
cave.
I already have.
So Luna
He's
does
mine.
have Zorbus already.
He's mine.
Can we
I'm
at
not
least
giving him up.
can we show him to the kobolds first, though? At least.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Fine. We can go show him to the kobolds, but I'm not agreeing to the latter half of that.
I don't care. You can have your
Let's
nice little
go.
ceremony. I'm gonna eat him. I would do the same thing to you, Valendir.
Valendir's just gonna cook him for you.
I am an organ donor. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're gonna donate your organs to me. Thank you. I appreciate it greatly.
I would rather burn the 7 hells than let you eat me.
Well, that's
Forget about
just
the other
Seems a bit
two.
extreme,
Oh,
though.
that's
I
just
don't
rude.
think he understands the circle of life, guys. I think he's a little too sentimentally attached. It's just people. It's just
people.
It's just people.
Where's
Nobody's
Luna in respect
Anybody
to
else.
me?
Everybody's equal. If I'm hungry, I'm not gonna let him go to
Yeah,
waste.
not everybody's equal. Everybody is equal.
Everybody.
Yes. Everybody
Where-
is equal for me to eat. Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I left the cave.
If
I
I
already left the
die,
cave at
I
this
would
point.
love if you guys ate me, but you probably won't.
Yeah,
so
this conversation's
fine.
happening like at the front of the cave, like at
the
the
front of the
face.
cave? Okay.
Yeah.
So where am I in respect to Luna right now?
I mean, I assume you guys are like right in each other's faces. Like Luna has Zorbus like this, and you're like doing the pointing your finger like you can't eat him, and
Yes.
she's like, you can't stop me.
I'd like to reach and grab Zorbus
no.
right now. I'm gonna
No.
reach. I'm gonna try to reach and grab him away
No.
from her.
Make
Can I have a dex saving throw on this?
uh
Dodge.
make a I guess this would be grappling. Oh no, he's an SD card again.
He's an SD card this time.
Oh shit!
That's a powerful spell you just cast, Luna.
I know. I can't even
Well,
cast
see,
spells.
here's
That's
the
crazy.
thing. SD cards don't have arms, Valendir, so I'm sorry.
You're SOL, bud.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh come on. That's hella annoying.
Look, it's not a
Just wait
stream
for
if there's not
Kevin to
technical
cool.
difficulties. It will be a grapple, so it would be contested either athletics or acrobatics, because
Oh, acrobatics.
in the past I've always allowed for it to be either or on grappling. So
Good luck, my friend.
Wait, so what do I roll?
athletics.
Athletics.
I'm saying I'm dodging, so I'm doing acrobatics.
I know these are
Right.
both of your like best skills.
Why can't I roll this?
I don't know.
Well, one sec here. I'll roll on D20. Oh gosh. I'm sorry guys, 1 second. Alright, I rolled a 15, so plus 6, so 21.
I rolled a 16 plus 6.
Oh my
Get
It's a
fucked.
bull. Fine.
Holy crap.
So
Whatever.
so as you like reach out for Zorbus, you get like a hold of the back of his cloak just as Luna pulls away, and you tear off a piece of his cloak, but are unable to grasp onto Zorbus.
Okay, in frustration after that, I'm just gonna walk away out of the cave. I'm just like, whatever.
Okay.
That's fine. I'll
I
let
don't
him
like to
go.
see a little man get eaten, so.
I'm not
It's not
eating him
gonna
right now.
happen yet.
I'm civil. I promise we take him back to the kobolds.
I was not, and I apologize.
Yeah, you're being very unreasonable here.
I'm being unreasonable.
Even in
bull.
death, he makes us fight.
I was gonna say I've never seen PvP over another PC's dead body before.
Hey, first for everything.
This is a campaign of firsts.
I love it.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm gone.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys continuing your way to the kobold encampment then, or?
Yeah.
Let's
I
go.
guess.
Let's go take care of that first.
Okay.
I'm like a little frustrated, so I'm gonna stay like 10 feet ahead of them.
So I'd say by the time like you guys got done looting and dealing with this whole situation with Zorbus after the fight and everything, it's like mid-morning almost. almost noon. So by the time you guys make your way back to the kobold camp, it would be like right around noon. Making your way back, the kobolds are all like they're going about their various tasks, but like as soon as one of them sees your guys' approach, the rest of them are just they're running to the front gate. Since you guys are back, they're assuming that means that you won, but they're all very, very curious to know what happened. And as you guys approach further, the kobolds notice the limp figure slumped over Luna's shoulder, and like in a very unorganized but as respectful as they can manage manner, they all just on their knees, heads down to the ground, arms out in front of them, and you can hear the soft sound of them crying in remorse.
I am going to step up to address them in Draconic and spin them a tale of an epic battle between the dragon and Zorbis, and how he fought valiantly and gave his life to protect his new followers. And I'm going to tell them what they need to hear.
Go ahead and make a performance check, if you would.
Absolutely. $18.
18. There is a long moment of quiet reflection, followed by like one starts telling a story from the previous night about how he taught them how to sing and he gave them the gift of their voice through music. And then all these tales begin spinning amongst the several different kobolds, as the kobold choir then starts into its singing of the praises of Zorbis.
And I will say that we are going to take his body to do a ceremonial burial as befitting the gods.
Go ahead and make a deception check. I would say due to your performance and because you guys are friends and because they're kobolds, go ahead and make it with advantage. If you don't roll high enough, I will be shocked.
Hey, Allie, take a point away from the pity pool.
Although we have no
No.
points in the pity pool.
Okay, well, 23 total with a natural 20.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no, they are honored that you would even share that information with them.
Valandir, you're an SD card again.
Oh, I see it. I'm gonna switch cameras.
Okay.
I'll be right here.
Yeah, no, you're good. As this makeshift procession continues of them singing this very out of tune song of worship to their fallen god, you slowly pack up, grab your deceased traveling companion, and begin to make your way back towards the survivors camp, I assume? Or
Yes.
okay.
I'll be right back. Just 1 second, guys.
No worries.
Everything's gone to hell.
Hey, that's crazy.
Oh, cool.
though.
I'm in half now.
Yeah, half of you's in one spot. Takar, you're
Luna
red
will-
now.
Luna will very cautiously be carrying Zorbis. She's watching out for Valandir.
Like constantly side-eyeing Valandir.
Mm-hmm. Just mumbling to herself. How she's like, these stupid fuck it. They just, God, they don't get it.
It takes around an hour. So I would say you're starting to get into like late afternoon, evening point of day by the time you guys make it back to the survivors camp. Upon arrival back, Captain Morrison, who seems to be doing a little bit better than he was that morning, is currently like making some repairs to the side of one of the tents that seems to have been damaged in the previous kobold attack, and he's just now getting around to making the repairs on it. As he hears you guys approaching, pushes himself up. You can tell he's still in a bit of pain, but just kind of forcing his way through it. Oh, well, how'd it go? You're alive, so I'm assuming that's a good thing.
Yes, the beast has been slain, and he only took one of us, so.
As you say that, he just now like notices that Zorbis is lying like limply over Luna's shoulder. My condolences.
Unnecessary.
All right.
There's no need to lie. We know you don't like him, Captain.
Well, just because I don't like somebody doesn't mean I want to see him dead.
That's also fair.
I agree. And I also don't want to see them get eaten, but here we are.
Eaten?
We also found that the dragon
hold on.
quite-
Who's eating him?
Me.
Apparently Luna.
What?
I'm not gonna let him go to waste. I'm sick of this discrimination.
It's
Just
not.
because you guys don't need to eat meat constantly to survive doesn't mean I need to be judged for it. Thank you. We live different lifestyles. So if y'all can quit pansy-footing around, I'm going to eat him.
I can see that you are very determined to continue upon this path of eating the gnome.
I just don't see why it's a big deal.
And as much as I disliked the gnome, I can't believe I'm going to say this. What if I were to make a deal with you?
No.
When we get back to the city, in trade for you giving me the gnome, any food you acquire from Dorham's butcher shop, you can put on my tab for the next month.
Are you sure you want to make that deal?
Not in the slightest.
Let me bargain. I'll take it, but I need the high value organs from Zorbis. I'm talking eyeballs, heart, the whole shebang, you know? Brain, high nutrient areas.
I'm gonna say no.
Why?
No.
I'll make him look pretty.
Can I inquire as to why?
They're filled with nutrients that I need, and I have not been getting a very substantial amount considering my bug expedition did not go well, and somebody let the food by the campfire go on the ground. So
we have to
So
eat another
what I'm
person.
understanding is
Counter
you're
proposal.
hangry.
Counter proposal. You get an arm,
I don't want the arm.
a leg.
The arm is not a high value organ. I'm basically just going to do an autopsy, if you will.
I'm gonna say no.
Much like
still.
a coroner. I'll sew his little eyelids shut after I take out the eyeballs. I'll sew up his chest back. It'll be no big deal. I just want the heart and the eyeballs, and maybe a little bit of the brain. Things that will not be missed.
What I want is to see fucking fan art of that.
I'm a little curious to what makes you think gray matter is nutritious.
Oh, it's very nutritious. Lots of neurons up there.
That's
Of
not
neurons.
how it works.
It's good. You eat brain,
Ju-
you get smarter. That's what my grandma told me.
Just because Hannibal
No.
Lecter said it was good for you.
No.
That's what my grandma told me.
Look,
And I
Your
listen to my
grandma
grandma.
ate one too many brains.
this is
Yeah.
not a conversation I thought I would ever be having.
Okay, how about this? I'll
Two-
settle for the heart and the eyeballs. You can keep
Still
the
gonna
brain.
say no. You
2
cannot
weeks.
touch.
Valendir,
His
this is not
corpse.
up to you. We've already established this.
Captain Morrison, we can't make a barter with this. It
Last
was
time I
a
checked,
living
Captain
thing. It was a
Morrison
living
is your
person.
boss, so you listen to
So's a
him.
deer.
Yeah. So is a deer. So is a bug.
A
I don't
deer
see why
wasn't a
there's any
god.
difference.
Neither
You
You
was
Zorvis.
actually
Zorvis.
Zorvis.
believed him? Last time I checked, you thought he was full of shit.
I've had enough of this conversation. It's not happening, Luna.
Uh-huh. Well, it is. So just go hide in your little tent and cry about it.
I don't even
Everybody,
know
everybody
how
is.
it
Captain,
became this way.
Captain, how does that deal sound? Heart and eyes, I'll staple him back up. You won't even be able to tell. I'll throw him in the box myself. Y'all can check. I'm an expert sewer.
You have been of
I'll even
great.
bless I have a herbalism kit. I'll bless him with some herbs. And we'll put him in the ground or whatever wasteful thing Valendir wants to do.
And we leave this bat behind. Is that okay?
I have done nothing but help protect and scout for you people, and you're
He
gonna
has a
leave
point.
me behind because of a difference
I think
in
it's
morals?
the amount of incooperating right now and future problems that we're gonna have just
Mhm.
leads me to believe you're gonna be a hassle to deal with.
I believe you're a hassle to deal with currently. I don't. I think you need to toughen up if you're gonna hit the streets with us.
I don't
I
know
think you
about
care. I think you care too much about human life.
Captain, we also found some treasure in the dragon's lair. We were only able to get some of it, but
that. Thank
we
you for
could make
changing the
some more
topic.
trips.
We have Captain and I will talk about this. We have not
And
settled.
yeah, that
We'll-
treasure that we found. A lot of good
we'll-
treasure.
Settle this dispute later. For,
Okay, well, I will keep
for
Zorvis
now,
on my shoulder, but you guys are letting meat go bad. And if this conversation goes past dinner, I'm eating all of him.
here's the problem, Luna.
Mm-hmm.
There's laws against this kind of behavior.
Mm-hmm. He's dead. I
Yeah.
didn't kill him.
It doesn't matter.
No,
There's-
there's not laws against eating dead people.
Yes, there is.
No, there aren't.
There is
you,
laws.
You don't.
No, there aren't.
You don't just get to say there's not, and then there's not.
There's also a natural law against
There
that
aren't.
kind of stuff.
Where's your rule book?
Valendir.
Did you bring a rule book to this deserted island?
If
I don't
you
think you
would
did.
like, we could wait until we get back to the city to
Well, then he's
dispute
gonna
this.
be rotten. Why would I do that? That's a waste.
Because if we
I will
dispute it
eat him now.
there, you will end up in jail.
Well, I'm not there. I'm on a deserted island fighting for my life, and therefore I will eat him.
I'm gonna say no still.
I really don't care what you have to say about it.
I would love to see you attempt to eat this guy.
Okay, you can watch. I just think you're a little too weak, but yeah.
Valendir, would you give us a second, and then we'll discuss the treasure.
All right. I just walk back to my tent, cry for a little bit.
Come,
Feelings hurt.
Come-
No, I'm kidding.
come with me, Luna.
Jakar is like really interested, so he's just like cross-armed walking behind them to listen.
I'm going
Curious as to
to
what the fuck is gonna come out of this.
I'm going to just go like check in with the other survivors.
Hear me out, Captain. This is not an act out of disrespect. If anything, this is an act of high-level respect to his body and his remains. In my eyes, letting things go to waste is disrespectful.
He reaches into his coat that's like hanging over his dresser and pulls out a small like pocketbook and flips through a few pages. Would you consider this a ritual that is necessary to partake as a part of your religion. He's like
Just
he's
say
like he's
yes.
like slowly nodding behind the book.
I would say that morally, I see nothing wrong with this.
Yes, Captain, it's part of our religion.
In my monastery,
he
I was
points-
taught that no life is better than any other life.
He points at you and you say
I
that.
merely need sustenance.
No, he points at you and you say that, snaps the book closed, puts it back in the pocket, heart in the eyes, 3 weeks, final offer.
Heart in the eyes, full month, and I'll take it.
Fine.
Hell yeah. I'll stitch him
God.
up too.
No. Hey, now.
What? I'm gonna make it look
Not
nice.
you.
So Valandir doesn't
I'm
cry.
not talking to you,
He
Allie.
pulls his knife out and gestures for you to set his body on the floor. It's best we do this in here where other eyes can't see it.
Yeah, weak eyes.
Whatever your opinion of their eyeballs may be, the eyeballs here are yours. And he hands you the knife.
Perfect. Thank you. Just
It's so gross. You got me back for the arm shifting back into place.
yeah. Just pop it right out. Yep. But
Oh,
Luna will very skillfully remove them, sew back the eyelids, and remove the heart and sew it back up, and just put his little clothes back on.
okay.
And she'll put a little herbal bag right where his heart was, full of some guiding herbs. You know.
As you're doing this, the captain is going to make his way to Valandir's tent, and just Valandir,
Yeah. What
Can
did you agree to?
can I enter?
Sure.
He pulls the tent flap back and steps in. Are you standing or sitting?
Sure, I'm standing. I was kind of.
You should sit down.
All right. I'll sit down.
He
me
sits
have
down, sits down cross-legged on the floor, like across from you.
Mhm.
So, she was raised in a monastery, and this was a ritual that they underwent in the monastery as a sign of respect. Due to that, and according to the laws the way they are written, I can't legally do anything about this.
And you believed her.
Yes. I have no reason to think that she's lying to me. She's been nothing but honest since she got here.
Maybe a little too honest.
Look, if anyone had any sort of connection to Zorbus, it was Luna. She dove into the water before we got marooned here, and she saved his life. All right? Nobody
I think
else
we've all
would
done
have...
a fair share of saving his life.
Nobody would have done that for him except Luna in that situation.
All right. Well, I've just about gotten sick of it, so we can just ignore whatever has happened, and I'm just gonna leave it be. But just know that I will remember this as a character trait from her.
Little note in the right-hand corner pops up.
God damn it.
Valandir will remember this.
Valandir will remember this.
Yeah, right. It's like an RPG element.
Look, son, things have not been easy for any of us recently, all right? This is the definition of a high-stress situation. We're all just doing what we feel we have to do to make it by right now. I understand you're not okay with the decision that was made. Put it on me. It came down to me. I made the final call. So if you have a problem with it, I understand. But let's put our focus on trying to work together and get out of this situation and not worrying about the people that aren't even going to make it back with us anyway.
It's a little curious how this turned into a lecture on me. I'm totally fine with leaving this island with Zorbus, performing the funeral rites he deserves. And now all of a sudden I'm the guy that needs talking to.
You just seemed like you had a very big issue with the decision that was made.
Not necessarily happy with it, but it is what it is.
Thank you. All right, we have some treasure to discuss. I'm sure your friends are going to be thrilled about the laws we have about that too. And
I'm sure they are.
He very begrudgingly.
It's a part of my customs and traditions to take all the treasure from everybody. So maybe we can talk about that as soon as we get out there. No, I'm kidding.
He just very deep sigh. Are we moving on now?
Sure, yeah, let's go. I'm over it.
I can tell. He turns and makes his way out of the tent.
I'll follow out, yeah. We can all meet outside or wrap up whatever we got to wrap up here in this tent, but we need to figure out what to do to get off this island.
He makes his way out and just kind of starts like calling to everybody around, just like trying to get everyone to gather together, basically. Just everyone, if you could, we have some things that we need to discuss.
Gather up.
Okay, as everyone slowly, gathers around. So, as I understand it, you guys killed some sort of beast?
It was an
The
extremely
young dragon.
Yeah, a
It
young
was a
dragon.
wormling.
Do you know what kind?
Do we?
It was a
A shadow
wormling, right?
dragon.
Man, a shadow wormling. That's foreboding. And you're sure that they weren't more mature than that. They were indeed a wormling.
Yeah, they
Seemed
were a wormling.
young.
All right. He pulls out a different journal, makes some notes. And you said that
Most
there
of the-
was treasure there with it?
Yes, most of the body is still there.
Look, as far as I'm concerned, any silver, copper, gold pieces you guys find, it doesn't bother me. You guys killed it. In my opinion, it's yours. You earned it. But something that we have to think about, looking forward, is if we are to get off this island, it's most likely not going to be by sailing on a raft or building our own ship, which means we're relying on somebody finding us. We have
they
no
would need a
control
reward.
over who finds us. I can tell you right now, the way things are set up, how laws operate within the Empire. If they're the ones that rescue us, knowledge of this treasure, which I'm assuming had to have come from somewhere, is going to be taken, tallied, and tried to be returned to its owners. If we are unfortunate enough to be rescued by pirates or the like, we'll be lucky to leave with our lives, let alone anything that we've found.
I say we do our best to save ourselves. Can we find some sort of ship? Something that can take us off this island? Some type of raft?
If you would like to try to build a raft and sail your way off this island, I'm afraid you're going to be on your own for that. I'm not taking a raft across the sea.
Does not seem like a great idea.
We'll have to fight the current that's crashing up against the shores anyway just to get out there, and then after that, we're at the graces of the wind.
There has to be some way. I don't like sitting around here waiting to be saved.
I don't like it much either, kid, but I think our best option is to build a large pyre and hope someone sees it. Did you
Well-
guys find anything else on the island?
There's
You
a
said
bunch
something
of,
yesterday about a bunch of wrecked ships.
yes, there were a bunch of wrecked ships over in the little cove area. Some of them, we they look like they're all from they're all sorts of different ages, but some of them might work for a fire, I suppose.
Well, we have
There's
plenty of
also a
trees
strange
for.
cave over there.
There's a cave as well.
Yeah,
Another one.
a lot smaller.
Might not hurt to investigate it. Maybe there's something there.
Like
They-
what? A ship?
Well,
That would
the kobolds did say that no one leaves without his permission, talking about the dragon.
Well,
So
he's dead, so his permission is irrelevant.
I know. I assumed it was more of like he would attack, or there was some sort of magical thing preventing people from leaving the island. So that's probably dealt with.
That's a good point.
It still doesn't change the fact that we're without a boat. And I don't really fancy swimming back, especially since I don't know where home is from here.
I mean, I've heard this story of a man. It's sort of the opposite situation we were in, but there was a man who was stranded on a boat all alone, and he had a bird, and he would send the bird out to look for land, and the bird came back with some sort of leaf or something, and that's how he knew there was land nearby. What if we made like a little SOS message and attached it to, and I'll snap my fingers and have Bianca appear on my shoulder, and had her go out.
Would she know to stop at any ships out patrolling, or?
If I told her to, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me just a moment, and he writes a note down in his journal and just rips the page out, folds it up, and hands it to you.
Okay, if we have any sort of twine or anything, I'll tie it to her leg.
Okay. Yeah,
If
for sure.
not, she can just hold it in her.
Yeah, you guys can find like even if it's just like part of a shoelace or something, and tie it to her leg.
Yeah,
In
I
the
think I've got some rope in my pack. Here you go.
Thank you,
in-
darling.
in the meantime, I still think building some sort of pyre or signal of some sort would be useful. We're not just sitting around waiting anymore. We're actively doing something, and providing a signal will only help our cause.
Right.
The smart idea would be to place it up at the highest point on the island, but also raises a bit of an issue, seeing as that's right above the boat graveyard.
Yes, that seems like most boats ended up there.
Well, perhaps we shouldn't try to call them into that part of the island then.
It might be in poor taste, yes.
You also said there's 2 different kobold camps?
Yeah.
Yes, it sounded like the wormling was pitting them against each other. But
Well, let's try to avoid calling them in towards either one of the camps as well.
right. We did get a pretty good view of the island.
Okay. Sorry, were you going somewhere with that, or?
I was hoping the map would pop back up.
Hey, can we see the map?
Of course.
Happy time. Maybe.
So it looks like
What if we set our ship on fire?
Oh God.
Our wrecked ship.
that might work.
That could work.
Also, that's
Far enough away
probably
from the camps.
the best. That's like one of only 2 places I think that would be suitable for calling someone else in.
It's either that or all the way to the north.
Over like here somewhere.
Prefer to have it closer to camp.
Right, not everyone here is as mobile as we are.
Well, I mean, if it's on the other side of the island, how are we supposed to see?
Right.
I'm favored for torching our current ship, even though it's especially wrecked. There's no salvaging it, so might as well use that to signal a fire.
That's assuming it's not absolutely saturated with seawater and will actually burn.
Yeah, it's not waterlogged.
I'm sure parts of it aren't. But we could also go see if there's anything we could salvage from that ship graveyard we found.
That stuff is definitely waterlogged.
There were a couple that ran aground, weren't there?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that sea spray won't get to it.
Well, Takar, do you have any ideas?
Well, assuming we can gather up enough kindling of sorts, we can chop down some of these palm trees.
Yeah, we could go
Find
about that.
Palm leaves that have fallen off, have started
Right.
to dry out a bit. We can use those.
Try to find some high ground and start a fire from there. Captain Morrison, what do you think?
Well, I think if the ship will burn, it's not a bad idea. It'd be best to call in a rescue ship as near to possible where we know it's at least feasible to land.
Right.
This is true. It wouldn't hurt to try at least.
We could also just set up a large pyre up here by the camp. I mean, we do have a fairly decent overlook here.
My only concern is we haven't really met the other kobolds yet. I'd hate to see them come to the fire where we're at in the event they become hostile. They may not know of our adventures on this island. They may not know to respect us. We could just be signaling them to attack us. I'd much prefer to have a fire further away from us. Be it that the ship.
Well, you raise a fair point. But then how would we know if the ship was here?
We can keep an eye out. I mean, it wasn't that far away, was it? Out of our sights?
It depends on where you're wanting to...
Because we just went up a ridge, right?
From the wreck ship.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you saying... So
Yeah.
you're saying that you'd rather have the pyre down by the ship?
I was thinking just burn the ship if we can.
Okay.
That way the fire is away from camp and we could watch it from here. Because we're not far away from it, right? We're only
Yeah, like I said,
200
if the
feet,
ship will burn, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
But regardless, let's just set the pyre up down there as well, even if the ship won't burn.
Agreed.
Right.
Even if the ship burns, and use the pyre to start the ship. Something.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose that means we should start cutting down some trees.
That sounds good.
If I could get some of you, like addressing the whole crowd that's gathered, some of you to begin gathering dry leaves, small kindling, small branches, and some of you more fit start chopping trees and getting them made into logs.
I will send Bianca off to start looking for another ship. I assume
Okay.
she'll probably have to come back and land at some point, right?
As far as the spell is concerned, or just because she'll be tired?
Because she'll be tired.
I mean, at some point, but at some point would be like tomorrow.
Okay.
So
I will send
I'll,
her
I'll,
off.
yeah, and I'll just go start chopping down some trees, doing what I can with my long sword. Hopefully, I don't damage it too much, but that's all I have on me, right?
I would say from the salvage, you could have like a couple axes, like just
Okay,
tool, not weapon, if that makes
I'll
sense.
go for like some medium-sized trees.
Okay.
Get some
I
good.
will start helping gather up twigs and leaves because seeing me swing an axe would just be embarrassing.
Might be kind of funny.
It might be, but
Car just one-shots each tree.
just
Your
goes around and
hammer.
Minecrafts them, just punches them down.
That would
He
be
uses his
Luna.
head. Ah.
That would be Luna, just punching the trees down.
Yep.
Assuming Luna wants to help us.
I have been
Oh my
nothing but helpful, Valandir. First of all,
Yeah, you sure helped Sorbus out with his eyes.
I did. I
Did
did
you
help
just
Zorbus.
get a room
I
already?
kept Zorbus from drowning. I, you know what, Valandir? Stay mad.
You're
I'm
a
gonna
people
go
eater.
cut down trees. I
People
am.
eater.
I will. Yeah, I am. And I hope to God I get to eat you someday.
I hope to God I get a chance to not be eaten by
I'm
you.
walking away. I've already walked away to chop down trees. I really don't care.
Good. All right, cool. I did the same. Like I'm just take out my frustration on the stupid tree.
Kennever just looks over at Takar and just, I imagine both of us just sort of shake our heads.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like that same, like when the two other party members are arguing, the other two just like look at each other, just like, God damn it again.
Yeah.
This is gonna be our dynamic for a while, by the way, Luna.
Valandir can't fight with Zorbus anymore, so he had to pick someone new.
This is true.
Zorbus just gave us all
Valander
a
was the
common
real
enemy.
problem child. We just
I'm
never
Yeah,
realized
really.
it. We never realized it until Zorbus was gone.
Zorbus just gave everyone a common enemy.
Yep. Valander was the real problem. Like 4 sessions from now, people are gonna be going, "Was Zorbus even that bad, or was
Yeah,
it, or did
exactly.
Valander just make us think he was that bad?"
Me and
The
fucking Zorbus, we
manipulator.
went off on each other. We built each other up. Oh gosh. Excuse me. Sorry.
Bless you.
Yeah. So I'm chopping down trees.
Okay. I would say it would very easily take you the rest of the day to gather enough wood, leaves, kindling to bless you, to build a pyre as big as, like, on the scale of what you would need to make a signal fire. And then as it's beginning to, I would say, like, right after, like, the point of dark, bless you again, right after the point of dark, like the sun is now behind the horizon, it would be considered dark out. Everything is prepared to bless you. Are you good, bro?
I actually have a really bad issue when I sneeze. Sometimes I could sneeze upwards of like 70 times. I hope that's not the case right now.
Are you serious?
I'm
Damn.
fucking serious and I hate it. I
I've
hate
never sneezed more than 3 times in a row.
You need
Yeah.
to get a new nose, bro.
it. I don't know what the issue is. My dad has it too. It's weird. It's like
Huh.
we get triggered and just over and over and over.
But anyway, as it becomes dark out, you guys are prepared to light this pyre and the driest remains of the ship anyway. It has been a couple days, which has given it some chance to dry out, but this ship was completely submerged in water and kind of tossed around. So to the base of the pyre, Captain Morrison and a couple of the nobility who survived the crash I'll kind of come in with some greener leaves and stuff just to give the fire some more a smokier essence. Hopefully draw more attention. And the pyre is set ablaze. Within the next 10 minutes or so, the flames consistently grow until you now have this massive bonfire burning on the beach, and parts of the ship that are dry enough to catch flame have also started to ignite, creating a very large signal fire.
Well, I hope he had insurance.
That was
And
really
with
good,
that,
by the way.
Luna's going to bed.
I'm gonna stand over by the fire, or
He's gonna sneeze again.
Valendir's actually allergic to palm leaves.
I was gonna
Oh, yeah,
say, or smoke or something.
yeah, I'm allergic to the whatever's in the sawdust from the chopping the trees down.
I mean, wood. It's wood.
No, whatever's in the sawdust.
Wood. Yeah, it's wood.
I'm
Got
not
it.
immortal. I'm a bat.
I'm not a bat.
I'm not a mortal, I'm a bat, so fuck you.
I'm gonna buy that shirt and I'm gonna wear it every stream. I would like to stand and watch over the fire.
Okay.
Yeah, Luna works hard. She's going to bed.
Okay, no, fair enough. Specifically watching like the fire, make sure it keeps going, or are you like keeping a lookout for ships?
Yeah, keeping a
Okay.
lookout, checking the fire, make sure it's going, that kind of
Okay.
stuff.
Perfect. Go ahead and give me a perception check for while you're keeping watch. It will be with disadvantage. It's nighttime, so
Okay.
even with the fire burning, it's not actually really helping you see that far away.
Oh god damn it! So I rolled a 5 and then I rolled a nat 20.
Oh.
What is it? 5? Yeah, 5.
Okay.
Not doing any sorts of favors to myself right now.
Good fire.
Luna's going to get a nap.
That's
What's
a fire.
what's everyone else doing?
Yeah, honestly, I just go back and go to bed.
Yeah,
Either that or stay up for first watch at camp.
So if you don't, Captain Morrison will take first watch. He'll probably come get you at some point in the night to relieve him, but
Either way works for me.
all right, he'll take the first watch then.
I suppose if there's a need for a third watch, I can do that one, but otherwise, I'm
Luna's
gonna
usually
go to
pretty
bed.
cool with early morning watch, too.
That's right. I forgot about that.
She's usually up before all y'all.
She does usually go to bed earlier.
Yep. I'm like, alright, I'm out. Later.
All right. How long do you plan on keeping a lookout, Valendir? Are you sleeping down by the fire, or?
Yeah, I'll probably lay down on my shield at one point, use it as a headrest, kind of like that, or just to prop up against and kind of get comfortable in the sand.
Okay.
Kind of clear my head of all the chaos that just ensued that day.
Let me look. Today is Kennifer, would you give me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Absolutely.
PP
No.
point? PP point?
No, not quite.
Ah. All right.
I will whisper you what the total was.
Gotcha. I mean, you can just say it. Or don't. About halfway through the night, Captain Morrison makes his way into your tent, Takar. Gently just kind of, Takar. Takar. Second watch.
Okay.
And would you go ahead and give me a perception check, please, for your watch?
16.
16? Okay. Yeah, the night passes by pretty peacefully. No giant winged creatures in the sky tonight. And eventually it comes around to your time being up. As you are on watch, however, you do see, just kind of, looking over the fire, make sure everything's still burning right, looking out somewhat hopefully for a ship. You do notice about 20-25 feet away from the fire, kind of huddled up in the sand, Valandir, who's kind of just passed out down on the beach.
You're gonna give yourself a cold sleeping out here. Walks over, like picks him up, throws him over his shoulder, and carries him back to camp.
I'm gonna like wake up abruptly, like, hey, what are you doing?
You can't sleep down on the beach. Get you cold.
Well, I appreciate your concern, but I don't know if I want to sleep at the camp tonight.
Why not?
It's got a lot on my mind. Not really. Kind of just want to look at the fire and enjoy the nights.
Well, it's not like I'm bringing you into a building. I'm just bringing you back to camp.
All right, well, I'm gonna like shimmy down off of him.
Which is very easy since he's a dwarf. You just like
You're a lot
lean
taller than me,
lean
so your
backwards
feet
a
are
little bit
already
and your
dragging
feet
on the
touch the ground.
I basically just stand up.
Yep. Pretty
All
much.
right, well, friend, I appreciate you, seriously, but I just need a little bit of alone time. I'm just a little concerned with everything that's been going on, and quite frankly, I can't sleep very well. I don't know. Was I asleep? I guess I didn't.
Kind of like you passed out, but
Okay.
I mean, unless you want to.
Like you were passed the fuck out to me.
All right. Well, I appreciate you. Fine. Let's go back to camp. I'm just not in a mood to confront anything, anyways. We can just go back. Whatever.
I didn't say I was dragging you over there to confront anything. I said I was bringing you back to camp so you didn't catch a cold.
I appreciate your concern, friend. Feel emo as hell right now. I'm just emo.
Luna's just metal as fuck.
Yeah, for real.
All right, you guys make your way back up. Valandir, I assume make your way to your tent, or
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I went to my tent. Didn't want to cause any more issues.
you said you weren't planning on sleeping. So what do you do then?
No, I was just kind of like. Originally, my thought was I was just gonna be stargazing and kind of looking at the fire, checking out for ships. So since I'm back at camp, I'll probably just be restless sleep, laying down on my bed.
Okay.
Or my cot, whatever I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
You will suffer a point of exhaustion for the next day. Not sleeping. If you took any damage though, you would have gotten a short rest. So you can roll hit die if you'd like. But eventually, Takar, you hear the sound of rustling leaves and the bending a tree back and forth as Luna wakes up and stretches and flaps down to relieve you for the final watch of the evening, or of the morning, or whatever.
Final watch.
Final watch.
Good morning, Takar.
Morning.
You're good to go.
He's like already walking back to his tent. That's great.
Go ahead and give me a perception check, Luna.
I got an 8.
An 8. Okay.
Mhm.
You don't notice anything in particular. The morning is a bit chillier than it has been, but other than that, nothing seems out of the normal for being stranded on an island in the middle of nowhere. Eventually, the sun comes up and everyone begins making their way, starting about the kind of general chores that have been
Wait. Before everyone wakes up, Luna's gonna pop one of the little eyeballs in her mouth to
Fun.
start her watch, to start her day off.
okay.
Are you
She-
sucking
she
on it
knows
like a
there's a lot of people
jawbreaker,
with
or
a lot of people with sensibilities around,
Gotcha.
She's just,
kind like that?
yep.
I'll consider it.
An
I am.
eyeball
I'm
for
very
breakfast.
So are you just
Very
like sucking on
dogmatic.
it like a jawbreaker, or
No, I'm eating it and pop it like boba. You know?
That's so gross. But as you finish your breakfast a la eyeball,
Breakfast of champions.
the rest of the camp begins to stir, starting about their kind of like general like chores and duties that they've either been assigned or like have picked up, just normal stuff to do around the camp, checking to make sure all of these makeshift tents are still completely functional, if there's any tears from wind or anything the previous night, if things have come loose. Others are going about preparing breakfast for everybody, while others kind of head into just like the first edge of the forest, or grouping of trees, just looking for different like nuts and berries for provisions. But the day is yours.
Yeah, I'm
So-
gonna. Sorry, go ahead.
no? You please.
No, I was just gonna say that I would like to go down to the beach and assess the fire and see if it was still going or not.
Fire. Make a survival check. Like obviously, there's just like some base things you'll just be able to see, but
Yeah.
just for like a more detailed.
And this will be a disadvantage because of exhaustion, correct?
Yes.
Oh, jeez. All right. 1 second. So 3.
3. So
Nice.
the
Strong
fire
start today.
the fire is still burning. I mean as brightly as can be expected during the day. Though as you're on your way, Captain Morrison does mention something about going and grabbing some more leaves and undergrowth and such to, during the day, give it more of a smoky atmosphere, as the smoke will be seen better than flames will. But yeah, no, I mean it's still going. You know that it's gonna need some more wood eventually, but like as to how long or anything, you're not really certain.
Okay.
Just kind of looking at it with like you're still like groggy eyes, just kind of tired of this island.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did we want to go try and get more of the hoard now, or
More of the what?
the treasure hoard?
Oh. Yeah,
Uh.
we could do that. We could also explore that cave that Takar and Zorbus had found. But we didn't
that
do much
too.
with. Who knows?
Maybe there
It
is a ship
does have
down
me a
there.
little curious.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have any answers right now, so might as well look for some.
All right, I'm up for that.
Same. Let's do it.
So cave exploration then.
Yeah!
Spelunking.
I like to spelunk.
Never been.
Me neither.
Me
We've
neither.
dragon, time to dungeon.
That was a good one.
Oh, that was clever.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I tried.
All right. Yeah, Captain Morrison just I'll keep an eye out for ships, and I guess I'll come find you myself if somebody shows up.
Sounds good, Captain. You've held down the
Is
fort
Bianca
great.
back?
We won't leave you behind. I don't feel comfortable leaving most of these people here by themselves.
That's understandable.
Is Bianca back or no?
Bianca is not back.
If she comes back, just tell her to come find us. She should be able to find me fairly easily.
Sorry, that made me think of something. You also have
I know.
a point of exhaustion. Okay, I just wanted to make sure you knew.
Yep.
Sorry. Captain Morrison nods. She'll come back here though, she won't go directly to you.
I told her to come back here, and I suppose if she doesn't bring if she's not guiding a ship back, you could just have her rest for a while and then fly back out again.
All right. Do I just say go again?
Do it again.
Do it again.
Nice job, Bird. One more.
Something like that,
Redo.
although she'll need to take a rest first. She has been
All right.
flying all night.
I will do my best to instruct your pet bird.
I'm sure you can figure it out.
She'll get what you mean.
You
She's
talk
smarter
to
than
me
she
all the
looks.
time, Captain, and it'll be fine.
Yeah, Luna's basically a bird.
What?
Just cooler.
No, she's basically a bat.
I am a bat. You dumbass.
All right. Well, have fun on your cave adventure. Let me know if you find anything useful.
Okie dokie.
Birds. And he just like turns and goes back about what he was doing before.
Yeah. All right, let's head out.
All right. So the four of you make your way towards the ships over here.
Yes, I believe that's the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, going back to that
Do it.
cave that Zervis and I found.
Okay. So from where the camp is at, it took you what, a couple hours to get over there?
I believe
Yes.
so.
But we kind of took the long way the last time.
Right, because you went all the way up like this main path, and then to the main path, then you went a different direction first. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So go ahead and I mean, knowing the path now, knowing how to get there, it's not going to take you as long as it did before. You can head straight to it. maybe like just over an hour or so. And as you arrive back at this like steep, rocky incline once more, I will need everybody to make another athletics check to climb, minus Luna.
Fantastic.
And me.
And you.
So just the two people who have disadvantage. Got it.
Yeah,
Sucks
actually.
to be y'all.
You have no idea.
So unfair.
Right.
Should have chose a bird.
That's cocked.
Are you serious? All right, 11.
11?
10.
Okay. Yeah, 10. That's fine. You guys
11
are,
minus 1.
Luna and Takar, you guys have a moment to like sit at the top of the incline and just like
That
chat
just feels mean.
chat with each other for a little bit. But
It's like
It's
when
just
you
like-
go hiking with your friend and they just like sprint past you and you're
Yeah,
just like
you're like-
get up to the top and you're like
Oh, that's exactly how it is.
and they've just been waiting for 30 minutes.
We're
Damn.
just like waiting up there. So, like, how was your morning? Anything happened last night?
It was good. I ate an eyeball.
Gross.
It's pretty tasty if you give it a chance, honestly.
Well, I mean, fish eyes aren't bad, but I can't imagine they taste the same.
No, a little different. A little meatier, you know? Less oceany. Less salty.
Yeah, well, I mean, I eat river fish, so they're not really salty,
Oh.
but
Oh, okay, yeah, it's a little different. Might like it. Give it a chance, you know?
I think I'll pass this time.
That's fine.
Okay.
yeah,
Oh, you finally caught up.
Yes. Yes, we
Look
have.
who decided to join us.
oh, you're finally
Fashionably
awake.
late.
But yes,
Fashionably
you
late,
guys
doesn't
are
come
at-
any other way.
You guys are at the top of this incline
actually-
now and able to. Oh, go ahead.
We actually got a short rest again, waiting for you guys.
Okay.
Not quite an hour, not quite that long, but it's close.
That'd be great.
No, but making your way back down, if you remember, the other side is much more gradual, easier to make your way down, and making your way over to the cave. I mean, you have to think Zorbus was easily able to do this, so none of you should have a struggle. Making your way to this small crack that, like, even knowing where it is, like, you have to kind of walk to the spot to see it. So the fact that it was noticed was somewhat impressive on a base level. But making your way inside this crack, the entrance is only large enough for one individual at a time to get through. But once you're in, it opens up to being like a 4 or 5 person wide type area, which heads in a downward direction. It's kind of like just a ramp that heads like in a downward slope.
How steep of a ramp?
About like that.
Oh, that's not too bad. Okay.
Continuing on, gradually getting lower and lower. It doesn't take long before there is not like sufficient light from the like pouring in through this crack anymore.
Mm-hmm.
To where if you don't have dark vision, it will become very hard for you to see.
Okay. I'll happily take the lead up front since I have dark vision.
Okay,
I think
yeah.
all of us do. All of us do, except for Valandir.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know who else did. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
So unless we brought a torch, I can.
Someone just hold his hand.
I got it.
Takar, that's your job.
Car, come
No,
here, Fred.
I think I'm gonna be up front. Kennever, why don't you hold his hand?
Yeah,
I
you've
can
already
do
hit on
that.
him like twice.
Sure,
Go ahead.
Kennever would like to.
Of course. I'll extend my hand to him.
I'll grab Kennever's hand kind of reluctantly, like,
Do I really have to?
I suppose.
If it's not Kennifer, it's me, and you already know you don't want to hold my hand. Let's get to stepping.
This is true.
Continuing your way down, it also doesn't take long before you are like stepping in water. There's water splashing, and soon after, it is like you're standing in ankle deep water, and the ramp on this slope continues to digress. You're maybe
Could
like
I-
500-600 feet into this cave.
Okay. Could I try and use my echolocation? I guess how much can I see with my vision?
That is
before I do that?
so with your dark vision, what you can see around you is the walls of the cave, which is slowly becoming more of a tunnel as it's like gradually narrowing. It's still like 3-4 people wide at this point in time. Up ahead of you, you see like just like a baseline of water. It seems to be very still sitting water, as the only movement in it is ripples from your guys' footsteps. And as you kind of stop to survey around you, the ripples gradually fall away. But up ahead of you, you do not see like an end to this within your 60-foot range of dark vision.
Okay. Well, then the echolocation isn't gonna be helpful because it's 30 feet.
And the echolocation is just like a detailed, basically. Like
Yeah.
if someone were
Yeah.
invisible, it would show that there was an invisible something there.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we just keep going.
Just keep marching so we can't go any further.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for this plan.
All right.
Just careful walking through the water.
Okay.
So does it get deep suddenly or something?
Yeah, sure. You can take a little bit of a
I'll-
slower pace so that it's not like
I'll go first, just in case.
Thanks, I'm kind of short.
I mean,
as you continue walking forward, it does reach like just above knee height for you, Takar. So like maybe like at your thighs. But then the slope does change and it gradually begins to go up. You figure you're maybe like a half a mile in at this point. This tunnel continues going further back than what you had originally thought.
Fun. Let's keep going.
All right.
I mean, might as well at this point.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
The slope does gradually come back up to where you are no longer standing in water or walking through the water. And as you continue on, do any of you have the keen mind feat?
Um,
no, I took skills.
Nah.
Okay. It starts to become difficult to tell like how long you guys have been down here. There's no way to gauge what time of day it is, because you have no like line of sight on the sun. It's hard to gauge like how far you've walked into here because you're basically seeing 60 feet at a time, so it's hard to like
Yeah.
you look back and see how far you've traveled, kind of a situation. But after a while longer, eventually you come out into this large alcove, and Luna, you can smell what kind of smells like a rotting body.
Okay. I think I'll alert the others and let them know.
Okay.
Is it still dark?
Yes.
Okay.
In the middle of this, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, go ahead.
in the middle of this large opening, there is like this large platform, and are you continuing out into the alcove then?
Mm-hmm.
And as you step out into the alcove, you find yourselves in the wormling's lair.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Oh,
So kind of
snuck in.
we could have
Oh. Wow.
attempted this from a different route.
Well, that's
Look at us
fun.
go.
We're knocking two birds with one stone. We explored the cave, and now we can get more stuff. Look at that.
that's true.
I mean, it did work out that way.
Well, that's
Something
fun.
still tells me had we approached the wormling this way, Zorvis would have found a way to get killed.
Yeah, probably.
probably.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
definitely.
undeniable. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
But yeah, you guys are back within the lair of the wormling. If you guys would like to gather some more of the treasure up,
More
Yep.
stuff.
feel free.
Let's do that.
Yep.
Yep, that sounds about right.
You guys figure with maybe one more, maybe two, or if you had a couple people travel with you, you could get the rest of it in one more trip. While it was a large amount, you guys have made 2 trips now carrying things out, and though it is a horde, it was a wormling. There hasn't been time for it to fully build. So this time around is more just like gold, silver, copper coins, a few platinum pieces, even fancy cups and fancier clothing. Nothing that like immediately strikes you as like, hey, this looks really cool. It's just expensive things.
Okay.
After filling your bags and your arms, you head back to camp then?
Yeah.
Okay. So, making your way back to camp, being able to now follow a more like traveled path. It does still take you it takes you a bit of time to arrive, and by the time you guys get back, it's probably like late afternoon again.
Nice.
Deja vu.
These day trips are kind of nice, you know? It's just...
This, this 9 to 5 work is just, it's great.
Yeah.
As you guys arrive back with your second haul of treasure, Captain Morrison is just, exactly how much treasure was there?
We
Enough
Enough for
probably get
another
the-
trip, possibly 2.
Probably 2 trips, maybe one if we bring a couple more people.
Well, that is... All right, then. He kind of eyes one of the cups, we'll say, kind of that you have in your hand. Just, can I see that?
Of course.
Picks it up and looks at it. Does this look familiar to you? The sigil here. And he turns and shows it to you, Kennever. Go ahead and make a history check.
Yeah, great. Love rolling checks. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no. Well, maybe 9 total.
9 total. It looks vaguely familiar now that you're seeing it in the light, but you're having a hard time placing it.
It does, but I can't place it right now.
You know, actually, Valander, would you make me a history check as well? Sorry, continue.
It does look familiar, but I can't place it.
20. Dirty 20.
What's disadvantage?
Oh, shit.
Sorry.
Why'd you have to do that? Oh, 17.
Hey, it's still not bad.
17 is still pretty good. And as you're like finishing your statement on it, Valandir, you do recognize this. You recognize this as the family crest. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I thought I had the right thing open, but I didn't.
Unacceptable.
I agree.
You're our DM, okay? You gotta get it together, dude.
Hey guys, go check out Warm Hearth Creations.
This is a travesty.
They're a small business that makes all sorts of Viking-inspired stuff, like hairpins, bone dice, bone spoons, a lot of stuff made of bones. It's really cool. And if you use the code Bear With Us, you can get a 15% discount.
Woo.
Proud of you.
Sorry. Okay. The Olmerang family crest.
Okay.
I will put that. I'll put that in the Discord.
It's the Omerang family crest.
It's going in important shit.
Okay.
Is the
And
is the
you said I
spelling of that.
recognize this?
And you recognize that.
Guys, this is the Olmerang family crest.
Right.
This is big.
Right. Well, they've had several ships go missing over the last decade.
Yeah, now we know where they ended up.
Maybe 3 or 4 merchant vessels that never made it where they were supposed to be heading.
Yeah, this isn't good. At least we have something to report on, something useful to tell someone when we get back. Whenever it is we get back.
Yeah, hopefully we do get back. He tosses the cup back to you. I mean, I'd show it to somebody when you get back. I'm sure there's some
Yeah.
sort of reward for this, if not earning some sort of favor with the family even.
That would be very nice to have. I'm assuming I know who they are, too.
Yeah, yep. They are a family of nobility within these the city of Ursender. Well, I suppose you could always use some more wood. Unless you guys have other plans for the rest of the day.
Did Bianca ever come back?
I haven't seen her.
It only has a range of 100 feet, but I'm gonna try and see if I can contact her telepathically.
Okay. You reach out, but there's no response.
Ooh,
Hmm.
yikes.
Well, hopefully it found a ship and it's just chilling out there until we can get back.
Bianca, nothing from Bianca Kennever?
No, nothing. I could. You know what? Let's think positive. You're probably right. She probably found a ship and is just staying there to rest and is guiding it back to us.
Yes, I hope that's the case. Last thing we need is another friendly person to pass away and Luna to eat it.
She wouldn't be able to. She disappears when she dies.
Oh. Perfect.
Doof.
Well, guys,
Plus,
what's
it's
the
been-
game plan?
yeah. I suppose we should find more stuff to keep the fire going.
This guy acts like he's never eaten. Yeah. I'm
Well,
gonna go chop some trees.
There's that, or you said there was one more trip?
Possibly 2.
Not like the treasure's gonna do anyone any good if we don't make it off the island, but may as well grab what we can. We've been chopping wood all day. There's not really much more to do in that aspect. If you guys want to.
I agree. We should probably make use of our time and gather some more of this valuable treasure.
There. Take Kenneth with you. It'll help bring a bit more back, and hopefully that'll be the last trip you guys have to make to that place.
Yes.
All right, Kenneth, let's go.
I think we found another cloak, right?
I took it.
Yes. And
Oh, right, you're wearing it.
Yes, and yes.
I was gonna say we could use that to carry more stuff, but I forgot that you're wearing it.
I mean, yeah, generally I stuff the pockets of things.
I meant like turn it, like lay it on the ground, pile stuff onto it, and then
Make it into like a
That's what
bag.
that's what I did with my cloak last time.
Yeah, we can do that.
I mean, Luna has 2 cloaks.
Mm-hmm. I do. We can use my old cloak for that.
There you
There
go.
we go.
I'll say with using that method, it does take you like the rest of the day. You guys would arrive at just after nightfall, but with that and the extra help of Kenneth being there, you guys are able to gather up the rest of the treasure and make your way back to camp, keeping it all stored together. There are a few different items, some finer clothes that have like either like family crests or even like initials and stuff embroidered on them, that some of the nobility even like here amongst you is like this belongs to my dad, like
Well, that's where that went.
yeah, like this.
I thought I left that at the back of my closet.
Yeah, so some different kind of fun
The
situations like
Washington
that.
didn't eat it.
But for the most part, other than the things that are labeled, of course I would forget it. The Olmerang family, it is a bunch of coin and silver and gold plates, silverware, goblets, and is all, I guess, where is it?
Like in a pile at the edge of the camp.
Okay, I was gonna say
Yeah.
no one here, like literally, unless it's like stuff that has their name on it or anything. No one here seems like super like sketchy, like they're gonna try to steal as much of it as they can or anything. Everyone's just kind of like,
None of the
It's-
NPCs anyway.
it's pointless right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as NPCs, they're like, this doesn't do us anything until we get off the island anyway. So, and there are a lot of people thinking kind of negative, like Kenneth kind of makes his way up to Luna. Just, you think we're gonna get out of here? Are you muted? I saw your mouth move, but no.
Sorry, yes, I was. Most of us.
You think it'll be good people that find us, or are we gonna have to pay our way back?
I don't know. Honestly, as long as we get a boat, that'll be our way back. Either the people on there will help us, or we kill them.
Oh,
You don't
You-
gotta kill anyone, Kenneth. You're fine.
okay, okay. Do we know how to sail a ship?
I don't, but I sure hope the captain does.
Oh,
He is a captain.
Don't we need a crew though?
Didn't like Takar and Valandir literally like work on a fucking.
I believe they were security.
They'll figure it out.
Well, my fears have been put to rest.
I know a few things about sails. I know how to fly, so I know wind. It'll be fine.
Oh, um, all right. Well,
And you can cook. Look at us. Look at us, kid.
I
Look at
can
us.
cook,
We'll
but
be
I'm
fine.
not sure how that helps us. I'm gonna
Hey,
go to
you
I'm
are
gonna
the
go to
backbone
bed.
of this team. You are keeping us alive. Gannon, don't look at me. Look at me. You're important here, okay? We need you.
Okay. Thanks, Luna.
No problem, Gannon.
Well,
Go
I
to bed.
better get some sleep so I can wake
Yeah.
up for breakfast.
Yep, very important.
The most important, some would say. I
I
don't.
agree.
I don't actually think that it is. I think that the most important. Never mind. I'm gonna go to bed.
Kenneth, yeah, you're talking nonsense. Go to bed.
Kenneth, somewhat in a more improved state of mind, heads off to his tent to get some sleep for the night. Is there anything else tonight that anyone would like to do?
Have we already like refueled the fire and
Yeah.
I know they
Yep.
chopped wood, but okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
No.
look for some bugs.
Look for some bugs? Okay, go ahead and make a survival check.
Got me a solid 12, and I know where to not find bugs now. Important reminder.
True.
That's
Actually,
true.
you know
Yeah.
what? Give me that with advantage. You get advantage on
Oh,
that because
heck
you know
yeah.
where to not look for them.
Oh heck yeah. Okay, that time I got a 15.
15. Oh, you find like a little swarm of gnats that have formed over like one of the trees. It was like a younger greener tree, and so there's like a bunch of like residue around it, and the bugs are like all swarming around it. You find a big old batch of them.
Heck yeah, Luna's just gonna.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You get nice and full off of those bugs.
Heck yeah. All right. Yep. And then I'm going to bed.
Back up to the tree.
Yeah.
Would
Good
one
and
of you
sleep.
would one of you like to take first watch, or is Captain Morrison taking the first watch?
I'll
Take
take
first
first watch.
Oh, you want to arm wrestle for it, Takar?
Yeah, let's arm wrestle for it.
All right, let's
All
see
right.
it. Contested strength, just strength.
Bound you have disadvantage.
Oh God, that's right. Why wouldn't it let me roll on my D&D Beyond? Oh wait, whatever. All right. Shit. All right. 6.
21.
Very nice.
You know, it's a
You can-
really, really, really close. No, it's not. Like as he like suggests it, Valendir like sits down and already looks like really groggy, like he's about to pass out, like very tired. And Takar, you just like grab his arm and you're like, go get some sleep as you put his arm on the ground.
All right. Yeah, I could probably use some sleep.
Oh, you don't say.
That was a long day of hauling treasure and lack of sleep there, Ed. So I'm gonna get some sleep.
All right, with that, no one else had anything, right? Takar, go ahead and give me a perception check, keeping watch for the night.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Hey.
At the end of your watch, as you're preparing to go wake up Captain Morrison to take his turn on watch, just kind of standing up, glancing over the edge, looking out at the fire and the ocean beyond, you think you can make out the shadowy shape of something large and approaching the island on the ocean.
Wake up Captain Morrison and point it out to him.
Well, this could either be very good or very bad. Regardless, it's still quite a ways out. Get some rest and, well, we'll see what the day brings. Wake up ready, I suppose.
Always ready.
And Captain Morrison will go about his watch. So I'll make his perception check. All right. As the sun is just starting to peek over the horizon, Luna wakes up, does her morning stretches at the top of the tree, flaps down next to Captain Morrison.
Morning, cabin.
He... Morning.
She's just gonna pop an eyeball in.
Could you, wait till I'm not looking to do that?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize it bothered you. My bad.
Perfect.
She's just chewing.
Well,
But
when
like
you're...
trying to be kind of quiet.
It's like the...
But it's like still kind of squishy in her mouth.
It's like when you try to stealthily eat chips.
But it's not crunchy, it's like squishy, you know?
Yep.
It's a little goopy. Yep.
He's like, there's a ship in the distance. Keep an eye on it, please. I'm gonna go get a little more sleep. He makes his way back to his tent to get a couple more hours of rest in before starting his day.
All right. Gotta go watch the ship.
All right, go ahead and give me a perception check, if you would, please.
Because these have all gone so well for me. Yep. I got a solid 8 once again.
Solid 8.
Solid
So you
8.
can see the shape, and the shape in the distance is growing larger, but like how far out or anything, it's still too far for you to tell. But as everyone starts to come to, the sun rises and everyone begins about their tasks. There's a different air this morning, as a few people, unless you point it out, the ship in the distance, as people start to wake up, would you like tell them about it, or?
Yeah, I was gonna say actually maybe I would encourage people, like we build the fire up, like the smoke up a little bigger
Okay.
too.
Okay,
like,
sure.
Just in case they haven't noticed us yet, they will notice us. You know,
Yeah, sure.
for some reason, because they are still far out.
And there's definitely, after it's been pointed out and people notice that there's like a ship off in the distance, there's this air of like excitement, but also concern as well, as they are uncertain as what exactly to expect, but excited at the prospect of potential rescue. And as everybody sets about going out, gathering undergrowth, dry leaves, green leaves, more wood, trying to build this fire up as much as they can, Kennever, a dove, gently floats down, flaps a little bit, and lands on your shoulder, no longer carrying the message.
Good job, darling. Good job.
And with that, we're going to go to break.
Yay.
Wait. Hell
So-
yeah.
So we will be back here in like 10-ish minutes, and we will continue the story.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Hey everybody, I'm Zephyr Scar. I hope you're enjoying this episode. I just wanted to say thank you for watching up to this point, and make sure to go follow me on my Twitch, and Zephyr Scar and all my other socials. Thanks for hanging out, and thank you for your support.
Hey guys, hope you guys are really enjoying the episode. I know we had a lot of fun making it. Quick reminder, if you guys want to catch us live, see all this happen in real time, you can come catch us on twitch.tv/bearwithus every Monday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hope to see you guys there. Hey Christian, what are you up to?
Oh, hey Caleb. I'm trying to find a gift for Gibby to make him feel better about his character dying in our third session.
Oh, that's really nice of you. Even though I don't think you need to specify that it was the third session.
Well, the thing is, Zorbus was such a jerk that I'm not willing to spend a lot of money on this.
Well, that's not as nice.
I've already gotten him a sorry for your loss card.
Oh, and what does that say?
It says, sorry you were too mean for me to be more upset that you died.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Look, Christian, it sounds more like you're just making fun of him than actually expressing sympathy. Why don't you try getting him something from Warm Hearth Creations?
get him something from the sponsor of our show and your channel?
Well, yeah, they make all kinds of unique handcrafted items, all inspired by Vikings. From dice to silverware to hairpins, they have something for everyone. My personal favorites are their drinking horns.
Well, that does seem like a good place to get a meaningful gift, but like I said, I don't want to spend a lot of money on this because I'm not actually that sad that the gnome died.
Well, lucky for you, you wouldn't have to. Warm Hearth Creations believes passionately in great bargains and excellent service, and are committed to giving customers the best of both. Not to mention that if you use the code BEARWITHUS at checkout, you get 15% off the already incredible prices, while also supporting the channel.
Talk about the best of both worlds. Alright, I'm gonna get him a drinking horn with a custom engraving. Rip Zorbus. You might be missed. Thanks for your help, boss.
I guess it's the thought that counts. Anyway, the rest of you can go get genuine gifts from warmhearthcreations.com and save yourselves 15% by using code BEARWITHUS at checkout. Thanks to Warm Hearth Creations for sponsoring our show, and let's dive back into the Tales of Hylem. Oh,
Leaf, my thieving bastard.
You violated the law.
I am the law.
and we're back. Apparently Zephyr's the law.
Judge Dredd is what I am.
Like Judge Dreadful.
Damn. Damn. Shots fired.
Whatever. I'm sick. Exactly what Kai said. Zephyr's law. Zafiri.
Zafiri?
Zephyri law.
Zafiri law.
Zephyr
law.
here.
Zephyr.
Oh, hello, Kai. Thank you for putting the weight of chat on your back. Even though it's just bitching at us, but you know, in true Kai fashion.
Oh, of course.
Yep.
We expect nothing less.
Or anything more, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess that's the better way to put it.
Did you just pin his message? Oh, that's brilliant.
Fuck.
All right. I like that pin message.
I know.
All right. Refocusing. Yeah, so shit, I forgot her name.
Oh,
your dove's
sorry.
name? Oh, go
Bianca.
ahead.
Sorry,
ahead.
Bear. This is an outside question.
Oh.
Once we get off island, is that when we're gonna figure out like how all this gold and stuff is gonna tally up?
Oh, we'll get to that shortly.
Okay, great. I was
Yep.
like, okay, yeah. I
All
figured
this
as
gold
much.
that we're not going to receive.
Oh, just yeah. I figure, but it's okay.
Bear's gonna take
Gold,
it all from us.
XP,
See
you know,
what
all of
happens.
it.
Hey man, the DM giveth and the DM taketh away.
That's a fact.
But it seems more like the DM is take a thing more than the DM is give a thing. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn, you're not enjoying yourself?
That-
Find a new kit. No, I'm just kidding.
He's giveth in you mini scrolls,
That's true. We do have a bunch of scrolls.
so figure out what to do with them.
I'm working on it.
I got a hammer.
We know what
I
happened
got a
last
cloak.
time.
A fancier clue.
You do, which by the way, you would
Oh.
be attuned to that by now.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
heck yeah!
So let
I don't
me
even know what that means.
It's a
Is it
magic
Cloak
item.
of the Manta Ray? That'd be cool.
it is
That
not.
would be amazing.
It is not that.
Oh.
If it
Oh,
was,
now I'm
if it was the person, the wearer of it, the previous owner of that cloak, probably would not have
Drowned.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
drowned
That
here,
makes sense.
ended up here. So
Well, I mean, it was found in a dragon's lair, so you
That's
know,
true.
it's safe to
Cloak
assume that
of
they
the-
wouldn't have drowned. They would have fucking died to the wormling.
Sorry, I saw it. I was looking up cloak to add to my backpack. It said cloak of the bat, and I was like, oh, stop. I must have it.
I mean, I think you already have everything that Cloak of the Bat would give you.
Probably.
You have
Except-
the
Well, yeah.
the cloak is Glamour Weave.
Oh,
Is a
shit.
Glamour Weave cloak.
Great, great,
Nice.
great. Let's pretend I don't know what that means.
Okay, sure. If you
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know what that means,
Or how to add it to my inventory.
You click on inventory and
Ba-
then manage inventory and then search for it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should be able to just
And
find
then
it
it'll tell
on-
you what it does.
Okay. What did you say it was? Sorry.
Glamour weave.
Glam.
GLAMERWEAVE, all one word.
Uncommon glamour weave.
Yes.
Mhm.
Freedom. Ooh. Fancy.
Yeah, it can do
Yeah.
some pretty wild stuff.
Cool,
That'll
cool,
definitely help you.
Cool. It will. Yeah.
So there you go.
So do I just add like uncommon glamour weave to my inventory? How do I?
Yeah, you should be able to do that
Okay.
on D&D Beyond. Just add it to
Yeah.
your and then I don't know the player end of D&D Beyond super well. So I'm not
Mhm.
sure
Well-
like what it'll tell you and stuff, but you know, you'll just have to remember that you have it to be able to like use it in different situations and stuff, but
Okay.
I guess there is a difference between regular and the uncommon.
it is the uncommon one. So
Okay.
Okay. Cool. That's the one I added.
Yep. All right.
Cool.
So any other questions before moving forward?
I
No.
don't think so.
Perfect. All right. So, yes, as Bianca comes and lands on your shoulder, and after you thank her, you do see that the message that was on her leg is no longer there. So it would be a safe assumption that the ship on the horizon is most likely where the letter disappeared to, or the note disappeared to. So just continuing to gather wood and leaves and such to get the signal fire as big as you can.
Yes.
As you guys are all gathering different materials, Captain Morrison does approach Valandir and Takar.
Okay. Captain Morrison, what is it?
Well, I think we need to have some sort of strategy just in case it's not a friendly ship.
I totally agree.
Most of the people here aren't exactly guards, let alone warriors.
What do you suggest?
Well, I was hoping you guys had an idea.
I
Well,
think
I
we should.
suppose as they get closer, the ones of us that know how to fight can stay on the beach while the rest of us stay back. Till we
That's
know the situation in full.
definitely what I was thinking too.
Just use ourselves as a welcoming party and nothing more.
Well, we don't want to hide away and then take the chance that they don't see anybody on the beach so they don't stick around.
Well,
That's where my head's at too.
maybe most could stay hidden. I think even we should try to, I don't know, attempt to stay out of sight. The beach is too shallow. They're going to have to come in via rowboat. So perhaps we just check it out, see if we recognize the colors, maybe, and then maybe make a decision from there.
Sure.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Well, there's still a ways out. I would guess they'll be here maybe by sunset. So this evening sometime, maybe we'll just start having those less capable head further into the trees.
Well, this also begs the question of what do we do if they aren't exactly friendly?
That is a good question. I guess the few of us that can defend ourselves, maybe we just try to bargain.
We kill him.
Well, that's an option, but I can't imagine that they'll be too enthusiastic about us killing their men. I don't think they'll
Yeah.
let us aboard their ship.
I mean, we can bargain.
We do have a
Yes, that
decent
doesn't
amount of
work.
treasure to bargain with.
It's true.
I would say regardless if they're unfriendly, let's try to stay together as much as we can aboard the ship.
Mm.
That way there's no changing of the mind after they've already acquired the treasure.
Right.
Yeah, well, I'm not exactly thrilled with getting aboard a ship when they already have the treasure.
Yeah, but I can't see that we have a whole lot of options here.
Or maybe they'll be friendly and we're just worrying ourselves for nothing.
Oh,
Well,
because that's exactly how our luck goes.
Hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
exactly. All right. Well, I guess we'll start spreading word of the plan, and later on, put it into motion.
Sounds good to me.
Until then, continue to gather supplies for the fire, but don't exhaust yourselves doing it. You four are gonna be needed if there is a fight. And he
Sounds good.
and turns and goes about continuing to gather supplies for the fire. Still stoking it, getting it as large as you guys can. It is though still burning, it is basically at this point, with the amount of like undergrowth and leaves and stuff, it's just like this massive pillar of smoke rising up in the air, which, you know, is what you're going for anyway. So
Yep. Is Bianca like exhausted, or could I have her like fly out to the ship and see if she recognizes the colors, or does she need to like?
she's good.
I'm gonna go have her like go just. The boat is deaf. I'm not even gonna finish asking that.
It's beyond your range of communication or your range to see. And I'm not sure that a dove could recognize like the colors. You know what I mean? Like,
but could she tell me what they are? See if I recognize them.
you'd think with the other campaign I would have this familiar stuff figured out. Let me look at it real quick. The thing I'm remembering most about Find Familiar right now is you decide if they can do it. Let's see. Always obeys your commands. When the familiar drops to 0. Familiars within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. Until the start of your next turn, gaining the benefits. Blah, blah, blah. As an action. Can't have more than one familiar. Where does its actions take place? Where's
The
that
thing
at?
that I'm seeing is it has the
actions
statistic
and...
of the chosen form, so I guess that depend.
Okay.
That might depend on how smart the dove
So
is.
let me look at Dove 5e.
I think I found a homebrew one.
I would say no.
Okay.
What I found has its intelligence at a -4.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what I have it at too.
So
I think the only different thing about this one is it says during a deception check has 25% chance to fly out of the owner's sleeve during a conversation.
that's kind of funny. But yeah, no. I would say no, because
Okay.
doing a basic task like just delivering the note to somebody, I think is one thing, but being able to describe something to you.
Sure,
now, if you
sure.
were to be able to see it through their eyes, that would be different.
Right.
So.
In that case, I will just dismiss her since she's definitely earned her rest.
Okay. Is there anything else any of you would like to do? All right. As the rest of the day proceeds, there is just that same air of excitement and concern. And as the sun begins to set, the other survivors of the ship, those without the proper skill sets to defend themselves, make their way further into the trees behind the camp, as the rest of you kind of make your way up to the ledge, trying to conceal yourselves as best as possible, trying to get a better look. Could I get everyone to give me a stealth check, please?
Can I use minor illusion to like make
That one.
a little bit of? Never mind.
Oh, god damn it.
I need a point in the pity thingy.
Yep.
Pee pool.
Yeah, I basically gave us away.
16.
17.
Can I use minor illusion to make some brush to hide behind, just to make it a little thicker?
Sure, I'll give you a +2 to your roll.
Okay.
That's actually a really good use for that spell.
Okay, +2 to the roll. Love it.
3. No, I'm just kidding.
Exhaustion. You're not that far off. Well, actually, no. That's decent, I suppose. 14. Took me a second to remember how to do math.
14's pretty good.
Yeah, but because of disadvantage, I had to give up the 18 I rolled.
Ah,
Tragic.
that's rough. And what was yours, Luna?
17. Yeah.
17,
I had to look
okay.
at my plus again. I didn't move the dice, but I was like, oh.
No worries. All right. So, and I need to look at me over here not doing what I'm supposed to do. It's all right, Valandir. Captain Morrison isn't very stealthy either. Not natural 1 unstealthy, but
Well, that's good.
You literally like tripped over your own feet and then just screamed the whole way down, just letting them know you're.
What did you get, Takar?
16.
16.
16. Okay.
As you guys lay in wait, the ship does approach as far as it feels safe, and you watch as a rowboat is lowered into the sea. Go ahead and give me a perception check, everyone.
4.
Oh wait, I can use my new item.
My rolls have been so strong today.
No, I can't. It's performance and persuasion, not perception.
Ah,
Damn
the
it.
wrong 2 P's.
The wrong
Yep.
keys.
Hey, but that's huge for you. With your
It is.
with
It
your
really
negative
is.
2
With my
to
-2 to charisma.
That is incredibly frustrating.
I got an 11.
11.
Yeah.
Captain Morrison has a 10,
15.
15.
What did you get, Valandir?
Oh, I had a 4.
God damn.
Yeah, I've been doing great.
You don't
today.
have exhaustion anymore. You know that, right?
Oh yeah. Yep.
No, it's just
Roll
rolling on
20
roll
is
20.
not treating you well.
Nope.
Do you have physical dice?
I do around here somewhere, but
Let's see.
Hell,
Roll
even
20's
D&D
roll
Beyond
20's
is better
mean.
than roll
Well,
20.
D&D
Yeah, roll
Beyond
20 is
wasn't-
mean.
D&D Beyond wasn't letting him roll, I think, was the
yeah, it wasn't letting me
problem.
roll at first. I'm gonna try again though.
Well, I
I
got
don't think I signed in. Maybe.
a 16. I'm just
there
upset
we go.
because I got a natural 20 with my other one.
I just wasn't signed in.
A 16?
Yeah.
Okay. So with a 16, you are able to make out the the flag at the top of the mast of the ship is a reddish coloration, with the sun going down, it becoming darker, and the distance that it still is away, it's hard to make out what the actual shapes or design are on the flag, but the coloration is red, which would be the same as Ursander, if the ship was from Ursander.
Well, it looks like they're from Ursander.
Oh, jeez. Well, suppose we'll take what we get, I guess.
Isn't Ursander where we set out from?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, guys,
As
what do
the
you think? Should we approach, or I think we should probably still have a tactical approach at this.
I agree.
I think we should definitely get their attention. I don't want to stay on this island anymore.
I think we already have their attention, darling. It's more to see what their intentions are now.
Oh no, I know. We need to go. We need to get.
Let's wait and see what they do when they land. If we can get a better look at uniforms or something, just to be sure.
I agree.
As you guys lay in wait, you watch as the rowboat slowly comes closer and closer to shore, eventually arriving, beaching itself, and you watch as a group of individuals kind of drags the boat on shore, then grabs what looks to be just some small packs of some basic gear. And go ahead and give me another perception check, as they're much closer now.
Oh.
Pee-pee pool?
Yeah, I got a nat one.
I got a 19.
Hey,
Luna just sees food.
Valandir.
So I got a 1 + 2, 3.
Valandir, you recognize these as being like official Ursander Navy uniforms.
Guys, we have Navy. This is Ursander Navy, so it means it's military, which means
Perfect.
likely they're not going to be attacking us unless we provoke.
Captain Morrison stands up and just begins to wave. It seems as though they see as they respond also by waving and begin making their way up the incline, as Captain Morrison turns to the trees and just yells, "All right, it's safe for everyone to come out. We're saved, everybody."
Huzzah!
As the small group approaches, Captain Morrison makes his way out to the front, just like locking arms with like the first one. "Boy, is it good to see you guys. It has been a while." So what happened? How did you all end up here? Well,
Jennifer.
we got
Oh, never mind. Sorry. Go ahead, Captain Morrison.
stuck in a storm, unfortunately. Ran the ship ashore, and well, as the people are kind of exiting the trees, he turns and gestures to you and the rest of them. "This is all that's left." "Oh my. Well, I am deeply sorry for the experience," and he kind of like glances up and notices you, Kennever. "Lady Kennever, I am glad to see that you survived."
Do I recognize this guy?
Make a make a history check. It's not really history. What would like memory be?
Wisdom.
Just make a wisdom check.
Oh, good. I don't remember shit. That's a 4.
In your line of work, you see a lot of people all the time in the crowd. You have meetings with individuals all the time that you just don't remember their faces, and with the stress and lack of any way to relieve it the last few days, his name is not coming to mind.
I just smile and nod. How do you think I feel?
Fair enough. Well, it's a bit dark to try to transport everybody to the ship tonight. However, we brought enough supplies for us to stay one night here. We'll stay with you at your camp, and in the morning we will set about ferrying everyone back to the ship. There is one other thing I need to talk to you about, but we'll talk in my tent later. He nods. To your camp then, I suppose.
Right.
This whole time I'm trying to stay like a little low key.
Okay. Give me a performance check if you would.
6.
6.
Yeah.
The guy that's kind of leading this expedition onto the island, as they turn and start heading towards the camp, he kind of eyes you. Do I know you from somewhere?
I don't think so. Maybe you've passed me once or twice in the markets in Ursender, but I don't recognize you.
Make a deception check.
Come on, buddy.
19.
Must just have one of those faces. He turns.
Yeah,
and
that's probably it.
continues his way towards the encampment.
Great to see you, lad. And I put my hand on his shoulder, give him a little pat in the back.
So, do you have anything here to drink?
We have met some very
No,
amazing
I'm
locals.
afraid we don't.
And they have had some amazing brews.
Really? There's people on this island?
Well, not necessarily people.
Okay.
Wow.
What exactly are they then?
Allie?
Clearly they're not people. I'm not people. They're kobolds.
Kobolds? He kind of like instinctively like reaches for his weapon.
They,
Nah, they worship.
they know
us.
not to mess with
Yeah.
us.
They worship
though.
you?
Yeah, it's a long story.
What kind of an island are we on? Well, lucky
One
for
has-
you, I have something to drink. And he pulls his like water skin, takes a drink, and passes it to the next person in line.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah. So we make our way back to the camp then?
Yep. Arriving at the camp, everyone is now very relieved. There is just that air of concern and excitement has just been replaced by like overwhelming relief.
It's almost
as
over.
everyone's like it's almost over.
Nice.
I don't know what happened, if your mic moved or something, but like all of a sudden I could just hear you typing. Christian.
Huh. Let me see if
And
I
it
can fix
just,
that.
it just, I don't know why, but I found it very funny.
I think that's... No, wait, now it's never shutting off. Okay. Let's try turning it the other way.
There you go. Anyway, as you are all kind of gathered, everyone is pretty like exhausted from this whole ordeal. Everyone heads to bed. The new arrivals here, they volunteer to keep watch for the night, especially after hearing that there are kobolds on the island. Even after being reassured that it's fine, they still just taking every precaution. Is there anything you guys would like to do that night?
Nope. I'm gonna chill in my tent, kind of make it a point to kind of keep my head down and not really be involved.
Okay. Then with that, the next morning, as everyone wakes up, everyone starts their day. There's almost this like awkwardness as people will start to begin to go about the mundane tasks that they've been doing, and then realize that it's not needed anymore, and begin taking down the tents, gathering up supplies, and unless there's anything else you guys would like to do before exiting the island, begin the process of being ferried from the island onto the ship.
I assume Captain Morrison was talking to the head naval guy about the treasure.
I mean, you can assume what you would like to assume.
Okay. I guess we'll just see what happens when we start ferrying people.
I'm guessing there's a lot of. It's not going to be very. It's
Nope.
going to be pretty obvious that we have a lot of treasure, basically.
Also, don't worry, guys. I
Yeah.
have taken the burden off your shoulders. You cannot roll lower than what I just rolled.
Okay, word.
On what?
Another con save.
What'd you roll?
Check your whispers.
Wait, why are you having to do a con save again?
You'll find out.
Oh, jeez. Did you get poisoned by something?
I don't know.
Sounds like you really want to tell us because you told us about it. Kind of. You're like halfway telling us. Sounds like you should tell us.
Maybe I should.
All right.
I just wanted Bear to know exactly what happened.
Was there anything else you guys wanted to do before leaving?
Nope.
All right.
I'm ready to get off this island.
All right. And that you do. As by midday, everyone has been, all the survivors have been transported via rowboat from the island that has been your home for the last few days and back aboard this new vessel that has come to your rescue. You're all
Well,
shown.
I'm sure glad.
Oh, good.
No, I'm sure glad to be getting off this island. And everything behind it's. Sorry, that's all I
You're good. You're good.
A little bit of dialogue.
That was what Valandir puts in his journal. His journal entry for today was.
I have like the world's smallest journal team.
As you guys arrive on the boat, you are all shown different areas in which, like different rooms you can stay in. You will have to kind of like group up because it was, a full ship, though, with the purpose of setting out to search for survivors or find the missing ship altogether. They still, full enough crew to where there's not enough rooms for everybody. It's not an entertainment vessel like what you arrived on. It's a much more a smaller, faster ship used in the military, not for scenic sailing trips. So you guys can decide how you want to group up.
Luna's gonna take to the mast.
Okay.
She's gonna return to her normal position.
There's like one guy up there looking out. It's just like, oh, you like it up here too?
We're gonna be best pals, you and I.
Oh, I hope so.
Probably hang out with my good buddy Takar.
All right.
Yeah.
And Kennever, you can just like stay with one of the nobles then.
Yep.
All right. You guys are on board the ship, maybe a few hours, as the ship makes its way about, turning around and heading back into the direction of Ursander, when there is a knock at your door, Takar and Valandir.
Hello.
Hey, I was sent to come get the one they call Valandir.
Yeah, that's me.
Right. Both of the captains would like to speak to you. Captain Morrison, whom you're familiar with, and Captain Clydeston, the one who he was on the rowboat last night.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'll make my way there.
Well, if you follow me,
Reluctantly get up and kind of follow him. And
You good by yourself, or do you want me to come along?
you, you stay behind. They didn't request you.
Well, that wasn't what I asked.
No, you should stay behind.
All right, have it your way.
Okay,
you follow the gentleman up to the upper deck and into the captain's quarters, where Captain Morrison and Captain Clydeston are both sitting there. Morrison kind of on the side of the desk, or off to the side of the desk, while Clydeston is sitting like at the desk, and he gestures to a seat in front of it as you enter. Please, have a seat.
I go and take a seat, kind of, again, reluctantly. Not really comfortable, but I sit down.
So, we're just taking different people's accounts, recording them as to what everything they remember from the night of the crash leading up to when we discovered you. If you would be so kind.
Yeah, well, me and my companion Takar.
Well, if you don't mind, first, your name, please.
Oh, Valandir Nehus.
Very good. Valandir Nehus. Continue, sorry.
Yeah, me and my buddy Takar were patrolling the deck when a disturbance happened. A crazy gnome, may he rest in peace, fell from the sky and somehow landed in the water. We saved him, and then Kennever, the Lady Kennever, then was playing music on the deck.
What?
Or not music, performing magic on the deck. Sorry. And I heard Kennever's voice in my head. What? No, I'm just kidding. And then all of a sudden, a strange storm took us really fast, and completely dismantled the ship, left a lot of us stranded on the island. Then we came upon a group of kobold, first hostile, then they became friendly, and we vanquished a baby wormling.
And that shadow wormling Captain Morrison mentioned. Of course.
Yeah, and from there, we were given safe passage to leave. Thankfully, you guys came first.
Do you have any idea the age of this creature? I understand that it was a wormling, so not very old, but anything that would give you more determining factors? Some of the treasure that you rediscovered was dated as far back as 5 years ago, so it's at least that old.
Yeah, we had found some crests from the house Olmorang.
Yes, I have that here.
And that, I guess that's as far as I can tell you. This thing apparently was pestering the local kobolds for years, but I'm not quite sure how long.
And I'm sure in true kobold fashion, they were more than delighted to kill people to save themselves.
Yeah, that's without a doubt.
Well,
As far as its age, though, I don't know if I could help you with that. It looked pretty young, but I
fair
don't know.
enough. I didn't expect anyone on this excursion to be dragon experts by any means. Any information is helpful. Trying to determine if there is a larger threat at bay.
Well, when we had told the kobolds about it, they seemed to be pretty thrilled that we had killed that dragon. But
Well,
as far as an older threat, maybe its parent or something, I'm not quite sure where that would be.
Hopefully far, far away from here. Regardless,
Yeah, let's
this is good information, and as tragic as your journey turned out to be, I am grateful for the information that it has produced. A lot of questions have been answered.
Still, what could have brought about that storm, do you think? It seemed pretty
Weather?
sudden.
I mean,
It seemed like it was unnatural the way it occurred.
you spend enough time at sea and you begin to question how quickly the weather can change.
Yeah, I suppose.
So something that
Alright,
happened
sir.
that made you think it was unnatural.
It just seemed like it took on pretty sudden. It seemed like it was a clear day one moment. The next moment, we got hit pretty hard. Didn't seem very right. There's a bunch of ships that were crashed into this island too.
And so I heard.
Doesn't seem very natural for a bunch of ships to be located at one spot too. We tried looking around that area and we couldn't find anything.
Well, perhaps you've escaped a cursed island then. We'll try to chart courses much further around it in the future.
Yeah. It'd be best to leave that in the wild where it's supposed to be.
I would agree.
Is there any other questions you have for me?
Yes, just one more. You said your name was Valandir, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, Nehus.
Yes. Nehus. Lord Embermain sends his regards. He apologizes for the inconvenience of your arrangement and says that upon arrival back in the city of Ursender, he is more than delighted to continue as scheduled with the meeting.
It's good. It's great. That's great news. Me and Takar will be very happy to hear that.
I should also inform you, not everyone amongst my men is, shall we say, friends with Lord Embermain. Your secret is not completely safe. Try to stay below decks if you can.
I intend to keep my identity pretty concealed for now. Thank you.
That would be wise. As long as no one else is aware of it, I can keep it hidden. If it becomes public knowledge, it becomes a much greater task.
I understand. Yeah, I'll do my best to keep my head low.
While I respect what it is that you're doing here, I must caution you against it. It's a very dangerous path that you're taking.
Sometimes the right path isn't very safe. This needs to be done.
How noble. Well, no further questions. As I said, keep your hood up, your head down, and stay below decks if you can. Would you send your friend up?
Absolutely. I want to say it's been a pleasure. Thank you for your assistance. And to tell you the truth, it's quite a relief to know that you at least know me. And that I don't have to hide myself around you.
Not everyone within the Empire thinks you should be gone. And he just kind of gives a low, nod and...
I appreciate that. I'm gonna go now. Make my way out of the room. A little bit, feeling a little bit better about my situation.
like a little happy, and then as soon as you open the door, you're like, shit, hood up.
Yep. Yep. Feel like, holy shit, that was a weight off my chest. But as soon as I open that door, I'm just back to
Yep.
low mode. Yep.
All right.
I'm gonna go find Takar.
You still in your room, Mr.
What's
Takar? All right.
He's just sitting in his room, polishing up the new mall he has.
I'm gonna go up to Takar or open up the door. Be like, Takar, it's me. I'm gonna go up to him and I'm gonna go to like shake your hand. Just
This again.
Are you trying to pine to hold my hand again?
no. I'm just relieved, okay? I'm sorry. I just wanted to shake your hand, friend. This is a long path that we have to take, and I'm just grateful that you're here. Anyways, they want to go see you.
His expression just kind of sours a bit. Friend or foe?
Thankfully, friend. But we have to keep this thing low key still.
Well, I suppose I can go talk to him then.
All right. Well, I'll see you here in a little while. I'm gonna try to get some shut eye while I can.
Sounds good.
As you so you make your way up and over to the captain's quarters, let yourself in, and then it's just it's rinse and repeat. We're not gonna make you retell the same story that he just told. And that is all they require of you is just what happened, give your account of it. If there are any other details you want to throw in there, feel free, but otherwise we'll just assume you tell the same story. Just let me know if there's anything you want to leave out or things you want to add to it.
Yeah, he'd throw in a little more detail about the shadow wormling.
Okay.
The more details that he knew.
Sure. Other than that,
he starts to he gets this like flash of remembrance while giving some more detail of the shadow wormling, and it's just like stops halfway through his explanation, is like, you know, the dwarves fought Shadow Dragon a while back.
by a while back, you mean a while back? Then yes, it is one of the reasons we're concerned about this. Well, I'm concerned. Hopefully my higher ups will take it seriously as well.
That's what I was afraid of.
The chances are slim of there being another dragon. However, the chances are also slim that one survived this long. I'm sure that it was just... Well, I'm not sure what to expect, to be completely honest, but I appreciate your further details and your show of concern. Take care of Valandir.
He's a capable man. He can take care of himself.
For most things, yes, but there are some things that are unavoidable, and decisions that a man of his conscience will not want to save. A man of his conscience will not want to make.
Well, I'll put it this way. As far as I'm concerned, he's part of my clan now. And as Stormbreaker, it is my job to protect everyone in my clan. He just stands up and walks out the room.
You kind of hear him turn to Captain Morrison as you go to leave, and he's just... Probably the first time I've been excited to hear that from a barbarian. Kennever, you are the next one approached. There's a knock at your door.
Yes.
The captains would like to see you. Captains Morrison and Clydeston. They're in the
course.
captain's quarters. Feel free to make your way there, or I can guide you if you'd like, milady.
She just smiles at him. I think that would be excellent, thank you.
Of course. Right this way, madam. And he begins leading you up towards the captain's quarters. As he's doing so, he kind of like is like just looking around, trying to not be awkward. And as he like looks up, he notices two people sitting up in the crow's nest instead of just one, and just like, "Well, who's up there with you?" It's
Probably
what,
Luna.
what was your name? The guy in the crow's nest turns to you. What was your name again? I'm sorry.
Why does it matter?
They asked who's up here. I was gonna tell them.
Oh. Tell him a friend.
They said they're a friend. Oh, okay.
It's probably Luna.
If it's one of the other survivors, let him know that the captain's gonna want to speak with them. And then continues his way to the captain's quarters.
How high up is this mast?
Oh, it's several tens of feet.
Okay, never
Oh
mind.
my god, he used it.
Tens of.
Now it's on camera, so you have to believe me that I used it. It's recorded.
I believe you, and now in the other campaign, you're not allowed to use my disadvantage roll that you had saved up for me using it.
I think I make those rules. And you are led to the captain's quarters. Kennever, he opens the door for you. There you are, milady. As you enter, both Captain Morrison and Captain Clydeston both stand. Captain Clydeston removing his hat. Milady,
Gentlemen,
please have a seat.
I will go sit down.
We're simply just getting an account from all the survivors as to what happened from the time of the storm until we arrived on the island. Are there any details you would like to add to the story?
I don't. So I, as a player, remember this. I don't know that she would, but I remember something about we found that the currents were like weird around where the ship graveyard was. Like it seemed weird that all of them had gotten to that specific spot.
Yeah, sure. You can mention something about it. Yes, Valandir also mentioned something similar to that, a concern of perhaps the storm wasn't natural. Did it seem naturally occurring to you?
It certainly seemed to have set upon us very quickly, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was not natural.
Of course, of course.
But did he also mention that on the wrecked ships, he and Luna fought an undead?
No, there was no mention of that before.
I mean, I didn't fight any, but they both said that they encountered one.
He kind of looks over at Captain Morrison, and Luna's the flying person, correct? Yes, sir. The bat creature. Very well. I'll make sure to question her about that. Anything else you can remember? I'm sure it's been nothing short of a stressful disaster for you.
Certainly has. I can't think of anything else, no.
Well, you have my sympathies for this awful time that you've had here. I'm sure Lord Embermain will extend you the greatest of hospitalities upon your return.
Thank you, captains.
Get some rest if you can. We're only a few hours away from the docks, so it shouldn't take much longer. The nightmare's almost at its end.
Fantastic. Just smile and walk out. I assume I'm excused.
Yeah, yep. As you walk out, you kind of hear Captain Morrison leaning in. Captain, there is one other thing I should say. Luna, the bat lady. When she does come in here, she's she has different opinions on certain things, but I promise you she was nothing but helpful. Give her a little bit of leeway. A little while later, Luna, you hear from down below. Is Luna up there? Captains need to talk to Luna.
Luna's gonna fly down kind of reluctantly and sluggishly because it's getting close to her bedtime since she goes to sleep earlier than everyone else.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yep.
Open the door to the captain's quarters for you, allowing you in. Please, have a seat. We're just obtaining the accounts of everything that happened from the storm until we arrived on the island. We're trying to get everyone's account of it before we get back. Please, spare no details. And if there's anything you would like to add or subtract, feel free. Otherwise, we'll just say you just repeat the story.
I actually think Luna would be very short with this. I think Luna would simply say, well, I watched you question the other three already. And I'm sure you've talked to Captain Morrison here, so I don't really have anything else to add.
Well, we're just trying to get everyone's account, see if there's any different details, piece together the story as fully as possible.
So you couldn't do that with the three of them?
Well, no, we've actually had 7 in here so far, but
7. So you don't need mine.
It's
We're
just procedure. Great. No,
okay.
we do need yours.
Okay. Yeah, well, ditto for what they said.
Which was?
Yeah. There's a storm. We got stranded. We fought some stuff. We ate some stuff. And we got some treasure. And then we left.
One of your fellow survivors mentioned something about you fighting an undead creature?
Yeah, we fought some stuff. I did indeed. Yep.
Could you describe the undead creature?
Yeah, he was undead. And he was in the ship, and he tried to get his black goop on me, but I bested him.
Oh, glad to hear it. And which ship would this be? One of them, one of the crash ships?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Well, I won't take up any more of your time then.
Thank you. It's nap time.
Okay, we'll be arriving at the dock shortly after nightfall.
Great. She's gonna leave. She's
All right.
done. She shouldn't have been questioned last in this order. She's just like, no.
All right, you make your way back up to your perch. Is there any other business you guys would like to conduct aboard the ship?
What's up, my man? I'm back. Oh, wait.
Good to
wait,
see you. It's getting kind of chilly up here and boring alone.
Sorry, hold on. There is something I want to do
Oh, okay.
before I go up to the mask. I want to raid the kitchen.
Okay.
Classic.
Go ahead and make an investigation check and a stealth check. As
Oh,
there
man.
isn't like a kitchen aboard this ship.
Okay.
It's just like supplies.
Is my stealth or investigation first?
Whichever. It's fine.
Okay. Let's just say investigation, I guess. I got a 15 plus 1, 16.
Okay.
And then my stealth was an 8 plus 4,
So 12.
12.
So you make your way back down below and quickly surmise that there is no kitchen aboard this ship. However, you do smell like some sort of meat somewhere, and following the smell, you find your way to where like the different rations are being stored and kept below deck on the ship. And as you like start to rummage through, you just hear someone behind you. Can I help you?
Yes, I am in needing some meat.
Well, we'll be aboard land shortly,
N-
and
No,
you
I
can find meat then.
I need some meat now. I'm hungry. I've been on a deserted island.
Oh, you're one of the
I don't know if you-
survivors.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
I'm sure they won't mind if a few pieces go missing.
yeah,
All we
exactly.
have in the way of meat is just dried meat, though. It's just some jerky.
That's fine.
Oh.
Yep, that'll work.
Perfect. Allow me to grab some for you.
Great, thank you.
He grabs like 3 pieces of jerky and hands it to you.
Okay, great, thanks. Yeah.
Hopefully, the rest of your well, whatever it is you normally do goes better.
Then I'll return to my best.
All right. Okay, and if there is nothing else, a few hours later, the ship begins to slow, and you find yourselves coming to a stop, and you can hear the distant sounds of workers pretty much at this point cleaning up for the night, except for those helping to pull in the ship, get the ship docked, and a ramp is placed out, and everyone is like permitted exit from the ship.
Sweet.
So, Captain Morrison.
Okay, yeah, you can find Captain Morrison. He's like currently gathering some of his belongings that he has left, getting ready to exit. Yeah.
You wanna show me where that place is that I can put some food on your tab?
Absolutely. I can show you the location, but I guarantee they're closed for the night.
What does a girl gotta do?
However, if you're hungry, I'm sure you can find food at one of the taverns around here.
Yeah, I guess.
Allow me to finish gathering my things, and I will show you the way. So we know what Luna's doing. What is everyone else doing?
I guess I should probably. What time is it?
It's like just after nightfall. It's like it's dark outside, but like the city is pretty well lit. This would be like the time people are getting off work, heading to the different taverns. Shops are closing up for the night, and taverns are beginning their main part of business for the night.
Should I probably conduct my business then? I'm thinking.
Sure.
Yeah, so I'll make my way to where is it that I'm going? Wherever it is that you know where I'm going.
You and
Let's
Takar?
drive, all right?
You and Takar heading to your meeting?
Yeah,
Yeah. Scar, do you want to come with me?
yeah.
We should just get this over with.
All right.
I am just going to go home and go to sleep because I'm exhausted. I will meet up with my friends and family tomorrow to let them know that I am safe.
Sounds good. All right. So we'll start with Luna. Captain Morrison finishes gathering the rest of his supplies, slings it over his shoulder. All right, Luna. A deal's a deal. And makes his way off the boat. You follow him through town, like a good 6-7 blocks from the dock before arriving at the aforementioned butcher's. Here it is.
Wow.
I have a tab set up with them. So, the next month.
It's beautiful.
Well, it's, I suppose, in its own right.
There is a butcher shop.
I believe this conducts our business.
Where can I eat now?
Well, there's several different taverns around. It wouldn't be hard to bump into one. Me personally, there is one that I would recommend. I prefer the Dimming Coals Tavern. I think they serve some of the best food.
Yeah, food. Best food. Best meat?
Well, to be honest, it's pretty much the only one I go to.
So you don't
Couldn't
actually
really
know.
tell you. But I've
Okay,
never
got
had
it.
a complaint about it.
You know, that'll work for tonight.
But you go down this road here, take a left, and you'll find it on the corner.
Luna's just gonna little pep in her step. Get to the tavern.
All right. Valandir and Takash. The two of you. Oh, sorry. Does she have something?
Mm-mm.
Okay. The two of you make your way through the dock ward, through this kind of harbor district, and up several blocks before arriving at a little bit of a more like business type neighborhood. Heading to it would be the smallest of the Embermain estates, where you were instructed by Arthur Embermain to meet him. As you approach the front doors, one of the guards steps forward. State your business for being here.
Arthur Embermain is here. Arthur Embermain is expecting us.
And your name is?
I'm Valandir.
Say no
This is
more.
Dakar.
He opens the door. Gestures for you to enter.
Yep, I walk through. Kind of like cautiously, but not to make myself obvious.
Yeah.
Dakar just follows after.
Well, yeah. As soon as you said that your name was Valandir, he just like held his hand up, like, stop talking.
Yeah.
Opened the door. Was like, just get inside. So you would get the idea that he knows who you are.
Yeah.
As he-
I know, but
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. As you enter in, you can hear some voices in the near distance, and as you kind of come in through this large archway, for as this is the smallest of the Embermain estates, that by no means makes it small, or manors, sorry, not estates. Making your way in through this like large archway and into what would be usually you remember from several years before, this would be set up as like a feasting area, and following your memory of the place that you haven't been in quite a while, but still just kind of remembering the general outline. You take a right as you come in and head towards the study, where meetings of this sort normally take place. As you open the door, you can see who you recognize to be Arthur Embermain. Bright red hair, very tall individual, large individual, about like 6'4", 200 plus pounds. As he hears the door open to Carr, you would notice something, Valendir, you already knew about him, but a very prominent facial feature that he carries is one of his eyes is more of like a yellowish gold, and the other one is like a bright green. But as you enter in, he's Valendir, you made it. And he like outstretches his hand to like clasp your arm.
Yep, and I meet his.
Shakes your arm and like pulls you in for like a quick hug. Oh, it is good to see you, friend.
Friend, it has been too long.
Far too long. Please sit. Have ale brought your way and proper food. I can't imagine your stay on. Well, you'll have to tell me all about it. Were you drifting out at sea? Were you stuck on an island? What was it?
It was almost as bad as it could have been. We got stranded out into an island, and the ship took irreparable damage. That's not coming back. I feel like I failed you in some respect.
Me? What are you gonna do? Fight a storm?
Yeah, true.
Well, this must be the friend you mentioned. Takar, was it?
Yes.
He
This is
outstretches
Takar,
his
yes.
hand.
He's been a good friend of mine for a while now.
Zakar shakes his hand.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I hope we'll be able to, do something about this.
I hope so as well.
First, food, drink, please. Eat as much, drink as much as you would like. It's all on me tonight.
I attempt to make myself more comfortable, but I'm still kind of like hesitant, and you know, I still don't know who to trust yet.
Sure.
Like I know Takar, I know I have complete confidence in Takar, but I know how Ursander is, and I
Sure.
know the type of people that inhabit it. So I'm still pretty like I try my best to like blend, but in the back of my mind, I'm still pretty cautious.
Okay.
And so I go ahead and start, assimilating myself into the dining experience. And
Yeah, and if you guys want, like, just share like a couple stories from the island, like a brief rundown of what happened, and as you guys finish up your meal, I'm not gonna make you tell this story for the 5th time. As you guys finish eating your food, he reaches into a drawer on his desk and pulls out a much finer bottle and pours each of you a glass and himself one. Well, now that the formalities are out of the way, I do suppose we should get down to the business of it.
yeah, I don't even know where to start. I was hoping that you could give us a bone, put us on the right direction, maybe even assist us with some men. I don't know.
Well, I must confess, I was very intrigued when I heard from you, Valendir. You aren't exactly around here much anymore. Understandably so.
Yeah, understandably so.
Look, here's the deal. I don't care much for the treatment that you and your clan have received, and I want to help. But I'm not in a place to make any promises. What is it that you're looking for exactly? What is it that you can offer in return?
I think it's time that I've made some counsel with the king. I need to see them. I need to see him. Maybe if I can talk to him, coerce him to stop, convince him to stop. This is just madness that has been happening to the clans. and I think maybe you can help us get there. I'm not sure if this is going to be a formal meeting or if we're going to have to catch him in his bedchamber, but something I need to talk to him. Some type of confrontation.
Are you sure that this is the approach that you want to take, Valendir? That's very dangerous for you.
I don't know if like going in head first into a battle is going to do anything. We don't have the strength. We don't have the numbers. Diplomacy is probably the first route I would like to try out, but I don't know. Takar, do you have any plans? Do you have any ideas?
I mean, if you want my opinion, I didn't realize you were going to come in here and ask for an audience with the king. I don't foresee that as a good idea. You never start diplomacy from the top and work your way down.
What do you think we should do?
Your friend has a good point.
Start fights in the streets?
No, you start from the bottom and work your way up. You get favors with lower nobles. Because ultimately, while the king does have his power, he can't outright defy all of his nobles.
Or at least he
get a
should.
At least he shouldn't. If he's any sort of decent ruler.
Well, that's the thing about this one. He kind of
I was
shoots
gonna
you
say.
a glance, Valendir.
I was going to say he's not in his right mind.
Even still, if we're able to get a larger portion of the nobles on our side, it would still threaten a civil war.
Well, Takara, look where we're at. This is the start. This is one of the people of said prowess that can help us get there. This is what we need to do.
That is true, but if you would allow us, I'd like to request audiences with a few other noble families. Particularly one of interest, at least right now. Valendir, what was that noble house you say we found the treasure of?
One sec.
What a
Valendir
deflect!
pulls-
What a deflect,
Ulmarine,
John,
yeah.
from not remembering to being like, I'm gonna put this on someone else.
Oh, dude, I do that all the time.
Valendir pulls
I
out his
never
notes and
write
starts
shit
searching
down.
through
I
them
don't take
frantically.
notes. How do you think I do this?
We had found some treasure from Ulmarine.
The Omerang family. Well, that
Yeah.
could certainly be a way to get in to talk to them for sure. They'll owe you some sort of favor in the eyes of everyone.
Arthur, I also have a question for you, or a favor to ask.
Well, I
You think
do
can
owe
check
you
this
one.
out? I pull out that scroll. Do you think you can try to read this?
Sure.
Hand it to him. Does this make any sense to you?
This will get you an audience with Olmerang. And he sets it back on the desk.
All right.
What
Well,
you
that's a
have
start.
what you have there, my friend, is a very personal letter that I'm sure he would not like anyone else to read.
Really now? Can you tell us what it says?
Why don't you ask him when you give it to him?
What
Well-
part of don't want people to read did you not understand, Valendir?
Okay. In my defense, I would like to at least know what it is before I offer it to him. What if he doesn't tell me?
Let's say Sir Olmerang has been less than faithful to his husband.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I don't know if I want to be blackmailing other nobles, but if this is what we have to do.
As an option, I said it would definitely grant you an audience. Could be a negative audience. But if you run out of favor with the treasure or whatever means you have, you still have a way in the door.
Well, Takara, I can already tell what you're gonna say. You're gonna have us go talk to this Mr. Olmering, right? And you're gonna have us wave this thing in front of him and say, "Help us out," or else we have this thingy.
No,
What are you gonna say?
diplomacy first.
Diplomacy first.
Having a friend that fears you is not as grateful as a friend that owes you.
Wise words, my friend.
You would be very wise to listen to this friend of yours. I'm impressed at how much you understand of the operations of nobility within the city.
My people's lives are on the line.
Ursander is a cesspool of betrayals and thieving and villainous nobles.
Well now, not all of us nobles are villainous. Mostly.
Well, my good friend, you never know these days. No, I'm kidding.
Like I said,
right.
I can't make you any promises on my end. I think you have a very good approach to get in with Lord Olmerain. I think either way one is for sure going to grant you an audience. The other could grant you some favor. And I would agree, diplomacy, having friends that owe you, friends in high places, is going to be the best way to go about this.
Do you think Olmerain can get us a council with the king?
With the king, you are going to have to earn a lot of favor to get counsel with the king, where he doesn't, and he kind of like looks at you with like a look of, like he looks at you and then over at Takar and looks back at you with like a, does he know?
No. Okay. Well, I don't think the right way to be getting favors from people is to be blackmailing them, so I don't know if we should approach right away, but if that's what we have to do to...
Go to them with the treasure that you recovered, or...
Yeah.
There's plenty of witnesses. I heard Captain Morrison was aboard the ship. He's one of the good ones. So he'll make sure your name is mentioned when it comes time to give credit.
But at the same time, I'd prefer if my presence here wasn't exactly known.
Well, I assume you came up with some sort of an alias.
No, he hasn't.
Not a very strong one, apparently.
Does Morrison know of you?
I don't believe so. Oh no, wait. What's his face? He was in the room with me.
Mm-hmm.
With the captain, the other captain.
Yep.
But he didn't necessarily say it clearly, did he? To Captain Morrison?
I would say there was enough there that you would say Morrison has at the very minimum, he knows something is going on. If not, he's in on it.
Okay. Because I'm gonna say that he doesn't.
Okay.
I think he doesn't at this point.
I will do my best to get word to him, and whatever alias you come up with before this meeting is adjourned, I'll send it to him and have him start calling you that.
Tell him that Nehus is wanting to seek counsel with Olmerain.
Just Nehus.
Just Nehus.
I can do that. There is one other family I may be able to get you in contact with.
Okay.
Cecil Everoon. He owes me...
Everoons.
Yes, the Everoons.
Okay.
He still owes me a favor, and he's got enough pull that he could actually potentially do something about this situation, even if it's just the very beginnings. Let me talk to him, and I'll get back to you. He owes me big. He lost to me a lot of money in a card game, but I forgave the monetary debt in place of a favor.
Arthur, what if I told you about gambling?
Well, I'm good at it. So your advice doesn't matter. I can head over there as soon as tonight. Do you remember your way, Valendir? Do you remember... Excuse me, Nehus.
Thank you.
Do you remember your way to the Dimming Coals Tavern?
Unfortunately, I do know my way around this place yet.
Perfect.
We'll go there.
All right. You won't be able to miss it tonight, I'm sure, anyway. I would guess it's a packed house, what with Lady Kennever's return and all. And whether she's performing or not, people will be breaking down the door to see if she's still alive. I can meet you there in 2 hours, though I expect a drink waiting for me. He smiles and winks. Here, use these to get past the crowd. He hands both of you a leather patch with a lion embroidered on it in red thread.
Sweet.
Well, my friend, hopefully this is the start of some change. He extends his hand to shake yours again, and then
Grab him.
pulls you in for another quick hug and turns to Takar. I truly hope that this will mean something. He extends his hand to you.
I have no
So
doubt.
far,
this
you've
will-
proven to be trustworthy, as he shakes his hand.
Well, I'll see you at the tavern then.
All right, my friend. Take care, and remember that we're trying to keep this as quiet as possible. But I know you know that.
I'm well aware. You keep your head down. There's plenty of people in this city that'll still recognize you.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to do that and put my hood back up if I can.
Oh,
Back-
yeah.
If I even have, I think I have a hood.
Yep. All right.
I'll make my way out.
As make your way out, Arthur walks you guys to the door. Just one more time, like placing his hand on your shoulder. Be careful, friend. Yours is a funeral I don't want to attend anytime soon.
You as well, my friend.
He
Safe
waves
travels.
waves to you as you guys exit, and then closes the door behind you.
All right, Takar. Let's go get a nice cup of ale. This sounds pretty delightful right now.
Anything has to be better than what those kobolds were serving.
Oh gosh, right? Their wine, though. No, I'm kidding.
And with that, we phase over to Kennever. Kennever, you arrive at home. Everything within your house the same as how you left it. Including your portrait that you've never quite been able to get uncrooked. It just hangs kind of oddly on the wall. But as
I
you
tried just out of habit, I tried to straighten it a little bit, and then just as soon as I let go, it goes back to being crooked. I just sort of chuckle and shake my head.
Is there anything here you'd like to do before heading to bed for the evening?
I don't think so. She's pretty exhausted. Just wants to go to sleep and put all this behind her.
As you go about preparing yourself for bed, you get into your night clothes, sit down on your bed, lay down for maybe a couple minutes. But situations as of late have caused innumerable amounts of stress and worry. And though you've been doing well recently, avoiding the substance, you can hear it screaming your name. You rise from your bed, donning your coat. You think for a second about sending your familiar, but decide that would take too long.
Instead, I will take off my mother's ring and pull the pin that I have out of my pockets and give them to Bianca and say, "Hold on to these while I'm gone, darling, will you?"
Bianca kind of cocks her head to the side a little bit, giving you like this disapproving older sibling look.
Don't look at me like that.
Nonetheless, grabs the items.
I will throw on something over my nightgown and grab my coat and head out.
Making your way through the streets and back alleyways with swiftness, knowing well this path you've taken several times, you quickly arrive at the Frozen Flame Tavern. Entering, you head straight to the bar and tell them you're looking for Raijin. The bartender gives you an almost sad expression, recognizing the conflict on your face, but allows you in the back nonetheless.
I almost like just seeing that there's like one last bit of hesitation, but then that hollow pit in my stomach just expands a little bit more, and I I gotta go in. Especially after I can start to smell it.
Hurriedly, you make your way into the room, heading to the table Raijin frequents. Upon noticing your approach, he holds his arms out wide, greeting you with, "Well, hello, my dear. It's been a while." The haunting welcome makes you hesitate once more, remembering the sick elven man that sits before you. Your silence is broken, though, as he continues. "What can I do for the lovely scaled lady this chilly night?"
Just the usual, please.
"Oh, but I've just something in special I think you'll really like."
No, just the usual.
"Oh, you really taking an attitude with me? No, that's no way to treat your favorite person. Besides, you need me. Now, why don't you have a seat next to me?"
I take a deep breath and close my fists to stop my hands from shaking, and I will sit down next to him.
He, slides a drink over to you. "This should, take the edge off."
I grab it and I just start drinking. I need it.
As you finish the drink, you slowly feel the world begin to spin, and the room begins to change in front of you, as your eyes fade into darkness. You feel him rest your head on his shoulder and hear him say, "Oh, that's a good dragon lady. That's my dragon lady." As he softly places his hand on your back, and you fade into the blackness. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Damn.
Damn.
That got kind of sussy for a second.
Yeah, I was like,
I was
withdrawals?
like, is
Oh, did you unhighlight it?
Wait, what?
When I wrote in the notes that I failed my withdrawal saves, but I highlighted it in black so no one else could see it.
Oh no, I didn't. No, that's what I was thinking when they were going. You guys are going like that. I was like, all those con saves.
That makes sense.
Interesting.
Miss Kennever is a junkie.
Hey, maybe she can't help it. She just needs a little help from her friends.
But junkie.
That's where we come in.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, no, I said that I rolled lower than any of you could because I rolled a natural 1 for one of those, and I have a -4 to those saves.
God damn.
Yeah,
So
so
were you taking like hit points for that? or-
-3.
No, every
points of
time I
exhaustion.
fail, I get a point of exhaustion.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
Oof.
I have 3 points of exhaustion currently.
Damn.
God damn, you are tired.
Yeah, sleepy. Sleepy.
Little sleepyhead over here.
All right. Well, yeah, that's going to do it for today's session. So
Hell yeah.
thank you everyone for coming and hanging out. It's a little bit shorter than we normally go, but we got started a little late, and people still have to be at work in the morning, so we're still wrapping up around the same time.
Sorry.
No, you're good. It's still good. 3.5 hour
I'm
session.
also a sick bean. I'll take some blame. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm like dying.
So yeah, we will be back not next week, but the week after that is what we're shooting for. I'll have it in my Discord and stuff. Hopefully it'll work out to go then, which will be the 2nd of January. This episode will be available to watch on YouTube Friday, as well as there will be another episode. The Saving Santa one shot will be posted hopefully tomorrow night. So you guys get 2 episodes if you guys are watching on YouTube this week.
Nice.
So I'm really excited about that. I suppose until next time, guys, make sure you're staying safe. Don't forget to bear with each other, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
See ya.
Bye now.